Welcome, everyone, back to Sulphur Winter's Winter, the role-playing game. We are in Book 2, The Eyes of the Oracle, and I think people are starting to realize what the oracles might be and what the eyes might be, which is, strangely enough,
useful.
Important for the plot, I was going to say. Important for the plot. So, there we go.
Wait, they're not eyeballs?
I mean, they might have eyeballs.
And they might not for very long.
To be fair, Mount Ranz did not have any eyeballs. Because it's a mountain.
None of us have actually seen the Innocent One, I don't think, in play. So,
that's correct.
She could just be a giant floating eyeball. We don't know.
We don't know. A giant floating blue eyeball. Anyhow, this game and show is rated R because war crimes, slavery, burning of various people, also
sex,
explicit
drugs.
scenes. Well, we have actually faded to black for the most part when that has happened. But, yeah, various forms of horrible behavior. That should cover most of it, right?
Close enough.
Close enough. It's all terrible. It's just all terrible. Be prepared, audience. Anyhow, with us tonight we have, first of all, I was going to say Sarab, but that's not really...
I'll take that, sure. Hi, I'm Sir Rob, and I'll be playing Sir Artegue da Fontra Cilor. Generally a man of ill repute and no small amount of thuggery, but currently acting like a knight. We'll see how long that lasts.
Several minutes, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody. I am Stephanie, and I am playing Eldrida da Vumbra, your friendly neighborhood witch and love connection specialist.
That too now. She does all the things. She is our general factotum in several ways.
I'm Goat, and I am playing Sifanu da Krimbydh, the disgraced doctor turned necromancer, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen when we start discovering weird prophetic magic and how I can exploit it.
Amazing. Hi, everyone. I'm Jess. I'm going to be playing Lady Brythanni, resident mean girl in chief. Although, like, reasonably chill these past few days. Well, again, we'll see how long that lasts.
And I'm Alan. I'm playing Bodonius, one of the last remaining monks of Ranz. I'm attempting to herd these people into following the Vox Ranzina prophecy. We'll see how well that works.
Into the path of righteousness, right? Right?
Yes.
Right? Yes. That's what we're saying.
Oh, hey, you were going to have way better luck trying to get us to follow the prophecy than trying to lead us to a path of righteousness.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm pretty righteous. For a certain value thereof.
I mean, a certain level of yeah.
I am a good servant of the gods, I will have you know.
There you go. Yes. Did someone want to summarize last session for a fate die?
I did pick up some, so if you guys would like to pass that around instead, I'd be okay with that. Who's the lowest right now? Can you tell us that?
You?
The lowest right now
Bill me?
is...
Probably.
It's a tie between Bodonius and Eldrida, actually.
Well, why don't we give it to Bodonius? I'm used to operating at very low rate.
I can think of a whole stack of reasons, but whatever.
Oh, whatever.
Remember what happened 2 weeks ago.
There you go.
All right. We started still at the camp of former Shagalite that we'd reached in the middle of the swamp. We were studying the new passages in the Vox Ranzina that we had been given, and found our best guess as to where some of these oracles, these eyes that we need to find are. We decided to track them down. We are first headed towards south to Sifanu. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. We think one of the eyes is down there. We have decided that we're going to be a traveling troupe of entertainers.
All right.
So we will have to stop along the way and have a little shopping trip so that we can more accurately portray our chosen roles.
This will be perfect.
Yeah, should be fun. There was some on our way out of the swamp. We were attacked by a bunch of lizardmen. We successfully fended them off, causing killing a couple of them and causing the rest to flee. And that's all I remember.
That's pretty much it, I think. Yes, there was a lot of
Mostly, we got out to the coast and made camp, and that's when we ended.
Yes,
And
we made it out of the swamp and have decided to first head towards. Was it?
I think you're right
Mazmarta
below
that
it.
we're headed towards to do our shopping.
It might be.
I kind of think that was the plan.
Yeah, I
think
think that
so.
was the plan, was to head to Mazmarta to do our shopping before heading down the river to Zaroflas and then across the Silken Sea.
Yes.
Probably the only coolest thing that got missed, though, was Sifanu now has a wonderful new staff that once a day allows him to animate corpses on the fly.
Oh,
And-
yes, I do.
Oh,
Thank
I
you for
remember that.
reminding me.
That's terrible.
And now we have an
honestly hoping
undead
he
boatman.
forgot. I did
No.
not want to bring that up.
In my head, one of the disembodied hands periodically reaches out to stroke the limb of anybody who comes too close.
We have the Thing with us now.
Yeah. You have. Yeah. Though I will say, there's no.
Maybe that's what
movement
happened
on
to the rest of him.
that bone staff doesn't move itself, but the other quarterstaff, the one with the
The
demonic
demon
hand,
staff moves on its own. Yes,
protruding.
I have
That one
two
moves.
horrible staffs.
I want to be stroked by that one even less.
God.
It's great.
You know-
It's great.
I
So
don't know.
here you
Demons
have.
are just from another place. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's demon is just someone from another place. That is literally the
As long as they
definition.
serve one of the gods, it's fine.
That's the question, though. Do they serve
I
the gods or not?
suppose.
If it's Pazuzu, apparently yes. If it's any other, apparently no. And the Inquisition decides which is which. So.
Well, maybe they need to be taken down a peg.
Did we all do
Good thing we're going
temporary
to Safina.
goals? Because I don't think I have one.
Oh,
Yes,
you
I've-
should
I've set
definitely
a
get
temporary goal.
A temporary goal.
Mine is to go shopping.
Right, and I'm still limping from the last encounter.
Yes, you are.
My temporary goal will be to make progress on the riddle, particularly in the part that deals with Sifina.
Understand the
Is that-
Voxelzina, the passages of the Green Eye, then?
Yes.
I'll just
Is that good enough?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, you are camped right by Lake Malossi in late this Fatesca 11th, third month of the year. It is chilly, just above freezing, with a slight breeze coming in from really the lands. You're fairly protected from the breeze here, by the forest and the swamp. With the campfire, if you have one, I'm guessing you do. Depends on how secretive you want to be, but you should be safe-ish here, because it's still in the wilds and still far from where anyone would travel, normally. And it's evening time. What do you want to do during the evening?
I mean, just as a characterization thing, something I forgot to mention last time is Brythanni would have been an absolute wimp after the fight because she has not taken any damage this entire game yet so far, and is thus very not used to being almost taken out in combat.
This is what pain feels like? I don't like it!
Yeah.
So Lady Brythanni is walking around and whining about having, taken actual pain. Do you want a scene of rest, perhaps?
That would be good.
Yes. So what are you doing for your scene of rest, for your damage?
Probably just curled up in a ball feeling sorry for myself, to be honest.
Maybe get someone to massage your... Where has your wound been?
Well, I think I got nailed in the stomach, so that's probably not going to help, but...
Okay, fair.
Oh, no, that just means there's blood in all sorts of places that needs to be cleaned up. Don't worry, Artegue will help.
Well, I don't think they. I think they got me with the butt of the spear, if I'm remembering correctly, and knocked the wind out of me.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. So I suppose
Sifanu
some
bleeding.
kind of
Right.
herbal
The blood on me isn't mine.
remedy. I mean, you have
per usual.
bruises. You have serious bruises over your torso.
Eldrida makes, quote unquote herbal remedies for everybody. That's no problem.
Mm.
And by that I mean drugs.
So you will be taking
Don't worry.
some of those herbal remedies then to get the pains to go away. Nobody else got hurt, did they?
Sifanu did.
Stefano
got hurt.
Stefanu got
He had a
worse, actually.
spear in his leg.
Yeah, I
Well,
got a spear in the leg, but I took a consequence instead of damage, so...
Yes, you're limping at the moment, and to
Yep.
get
So,
that done,
like a -1 to fire for the rest of this scene, or rest of this session, I believe.
I think you can heal it.
Yeah, because I think it was
You want
you would be bleeding and limping until you had a chance to deal with
Yes,
the situation.
bleeding is a thing, and that's something that you absolutely want to attend to. But you being a doctor, you can.
Right. Yes, no, not a big deal. I
right.
will operate on myself.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to be bad. See, if you've taken damage from a weapon with cutting damage, so then you will bleed, which means that you take 1 point of damage in every new scene until someone has done a proper first aid and bandaging, and that is from slashing and stabbing weapons. So yeah. To do some bandaging and stop that bleeding requires a wind check, and
Oh no!
exactly, difficulty is normally a 1. You need simple medical equipment. Do you have that?
Yes, I do. I've got a medical bag.
Excellent. So then the difficulty doesn't increase. 1 person can help, but not more. You can
You do not want
take
my
care
help.
of your own wounds as long as you have not been broken. So I guess Sifanu will do a wind check to tie up
can-
his wounds this scene.
Bodonius can assist.
He can, yes.
As the other smart person in the party, I will allow that.
Say, I can also, Eldrida can assist. She knows some basic stuff.
Yeah, only 1 person can assist at a time on this particular.
Oh, okay,
Task.
gotcha, no problem.
So, but that is a good roll. We are getting 2 extra dice to Sifanu's 3 wins, so that's 5.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, you're fine.
like
You're
nothing
absolutely super
happened.
fine. That's one of the
There's
best.
not even a scar.
Exactly. That is one
Unless
of the
you want
best
there to be-
field dressings ever done by anyone in these islands, I think. So you are not going to bleed anymore. How about that?
Excellent.
No fear of infection or anything. You're
Exactly.
Which, considering
all
we
of
were in the middle of the swamp.
exactly. Yeah,
Some skill there.
that. Yeah. No, you've been around before when people have been cut up. I mean, you learned your trade in Fontra Cilor for crying out loud.
Right, everything's dirty there.
Now, to heal a maiming, which is, of course, you're limping, That is... well, again, you have to work with someone who has medicine level 1 or more. And that is difficulty 2. If there is a healing potion, you get a bonus die. One person can assist. This can only be done once bleeding has been stopped. If the roll is successful, the maiming disappears once your last point of damage is healed, or immediately if you have healed it already. So, yeah, you can. Let's see now. You can do this on your. Nope, I think you can do it on your own, too.
Well, we do have healing potions.
Yep. We got lots of those.
So, did you want to fix your own limping as well while at it?
Yeah, I don't imagine I'm going to go shopping or any stuff like that. So while everyone else is off doing their own thing, I'll give myself physical therapy or whatever.
I mean, right now, nobody's shopping because you're out in the wilds. There are no stores here.
We're still camped for the night.
Yeah.
So I've just deleted one of the healing pots off my inventory. So.
All right.
Although
So
I'm
that gives
gonna
me a +1.
be strict here, I'm gonna say that you're doing the well. I suppose the roll for fixing is not a healing scene. So Lady Brythanni is taking this entire scene to just take care of her bruises, while Sifanu, you can actually do both of those rolls in this scene. I'll allow that.
All right.
Bodonius will assist with this one again as well.
And he is an
Okay.
excellent assistant with a
A
nice,
big brain of
lovely
Bodonius.
2 dice more. Yeah.
Plus a healing pod for 1 more, so I got 6, right?
Yep. And difficulties 2 now. Not
Oh
a
my
problem at all. Will you always roll like this?
That's it. I'm done. I got nothing else. Don't make me roll again.
You're done for the night.
So why did you stop being a doctor again?
Because magic is more fun, apparently. Yeah, you're not even going to have a scar. That was the best stitch. This doctor has a very fine hand for stitching, including for himself. And the healing potion, of course, numbed that entire area, almost like in, local anesthetic, like freezing. So
You're
that was-
welcome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And you didn't even use a fate die for that because of all the circumstances. So that's great. Are you going to take turns taking watch this night? Is everybody going to
Yes.
sleep? What's happening here?
Yeah. After that giant lizard encounter, yeah, we're just keeping watch.
Probably a good idea.
We'll be keeping watches. Thank you very much.
You will notice that Gistaki is now up and about and slightly more talkative. Well,
He's not freaked out anymore.
no, he's not freaked out anymore. You're out of the swamp, and he's, well, I'd say that was not a place I really want to go back to, if you know what I mean. But now we're out of it, and I'm sure it's all gonna be fine. Huh?
Oh yes, smooth sailing from now on. I'm sure.
It will.
Not
it
a
will be.
single terrible other thing will ever happen.
Oh, no. From here on out, I have your back, everyone. You can count on me.
Good, you can have first watch.
Very well, I'll do that. I'll take myself the first watch and I'll patrol here. Aye. And he actually starts patrolling.
Walking in circles around the camp.
Yep.
Right. Well, in heavy armor, so he's jingling, right?
Yes. A little bit.
He stuffs some cloth in his ears and goes and lays down.
Deidre is going to give him a hug and a good kiss on the cheek and another pat on the cheek, and then she will go and curl up in bed as well. So I suppose most of you will be sleeping. All except, apparently, Gistaki.
Well,
That is the nature
we'll
of being on watch.
I assume we will do standard 2 hour
Yeah, 2 hour
There's
shifts.
enough
Yeah.
people to do like 2-hour watches each. So
Also, except it turns out, Goat, you are dreaming.
I hate this already.
You find yourself standing in Shagul's crypt,
Nope.
looking on that bed where you found your grandfather. And he's lying there. And his hand is
fine.
stretched out to you.
I will take it.
Avenge me. Avenge me. Avenge me. This is your sacred duty, Sifanu. We will work
You're
together.
already planning on do that. So
We will work together to destroy her. Aye.
yeah, in all her forms.
In all her forms. And he stands up and he walks right into you and you wake with a start.
Okay, that was weird. I'm gonna take a quick look around and check if it's okay. Did I actually wake up, or is this more of this messed up dream?
No, Gistaki is walking the perimeter and checking things. I don't know if the second person is it Deidre who's actually helping him with the first watch? It could be. It makes sense. They're kind of a couple, those two. Ish. Open relationship. You know how it goes.
Oh, yes.
You're sitting up there, Sifanu, and staring into the fire. At long last, and you hear your grandfather's voice. At long last, we can speak. At long last, the quest has begun. I have been waiting for this. For years, you understand, grandson.
Okay, all right. Certainly not the first dead person I've talked to, so what's going on?
This isn't weird.
Vengeance,
Not the
of
first
course.
dead person he talked to. Didn't you understand him?
Vengeance. You can
Oh, I got that part. How
hear
did I get
him
vengeance?
in one of your ears. Which one?
Left.
The left ear. Yeah, that's where you can hear him. You cannot hear him in the right ear. I
All right.
have been.
Well, I'll keep talking to him, but quietly, since I realize I'm in a tent with other people.
I have been listening into you, but since Manghalda was also there, I did not want to make myself too known. He could sense me, but now we can speak at last. So what's the plan? Who are we going? Where is Shagul?
Well, there's multiple Shaguls.
I
only
know
know
that.
of one at the moment, and that one is safe.
But we're going to destroy her, right?
Yes and no. Destroying
No?
her because of the option that she might come back, but if we keep her in a permanent limbo where she can't come back, that's even better.
What do you mean she can't come back?
If we kill her, she just reincarnates. Pain in the ass. So if we keep her from reincarnating, then she'll never come back.
No, it's not reincarnation. And you feel almost a slap on the back of your head, ethereally. Ah, did you hear nothing of what Manghal said? She creates copies of herself. Like
we'll have to
twins
destroy
or
the rest of the
triplets or
copies.
quadruplets, only she makes them. It's not reincarnation.
So she would have to have a pretty advanced laboratory somewhere to pull off this level of
Aye,
creation.
of course. She was a master of somatrophy. I had to listen to her go on about her theories for decades, you understand.
Well, if
She
you were
does like
listening
the
for
monologue.
decades, then where is her big den? She must have talked about it.
Well, we were we were stuck in her tomb. Didn't you notice when you entered it? That's where we were stuck for decades.
Can her copies not talk to each other?
I'm sure they can. Do you think they talk to me? Do you think I want to talk to them? Who did this to me?
Well, if you're plotting revenge, then yeah, you should be eavesdropping every chance you get.
Oh, but she's a terribly powerful necromancer. A ghost like me going close to her, that will be madness. She would, in the best of cases, just tear my soul to shreds. At least then I'd be done with this existence. No, I think she would turn me into some kind of ethereal puppet of hers and send me to do bad things in her name. No,
yeah, which is
I'm
the
never
first thing
gonna
I
be
was
changed
thinking
by
when
that
you
one
started
again.
talking to me.
What was that?
That's the first thing I thought when you started talking to me. Is how do I know you haven't been compromised for her already?
Because I'm your flesh and blood, and I left her the moment I could. You were nice. You were distracting her very effectively when I died. Thank you. You just have to stay away from certain strategic places.
All right. Can you give me one of these strategic spaces?
Like the ones that we were going to for the prophecy.
Or like the gates to the realm of death could be a place like that, I suppose. I know she can walk the worlds.
Walk between worlds?
Aye, of course.
If I could do that, I would keep my workshop in the other worlds so people like us couldn't tamper with it.
Maybe that's what she's done. See, I never learned that craft. She never let me.
Well, I'm determined to learn a bit of everything, so maybe I can figure this out.
Maybe. Well, I'm very glad we have this chance to get to know each other, grandson.
Yeah, Pops, it was good talking to you for the first time since I can remember.
Aye, we technically never met.
Didn't think so.
Because I was locked into a crypt, if you might have recalled.
And I was locked in an orphanage, so kind of difficult to get out and find people.
So what happened to your parents? What did my child
Died
do?
when I was young. Oh, you don't want to. Get
No
some
good
sleep.
for nothing. I disappear, locked in the crypt for a few decades, and what do? Ugh.
So I can only hear him in one ear.
Yep.
So, with my knowledge of necromancy, is he doing some sort of like possession of me?
Yep.
Okay.
It seems to
your
you.
ear.
It seems to you that your grandfather has taken up residence in your left ear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's
Just-
fine.
It's fine for now, but in a pinch, I could put him in a rock if he pisses me off.
I mean, you could. Being a necromancer.
Right?
I mean, Artegue talks to rocks all the time. That's not weird.
It fit right in.
I could just claim this is.
weird
I'm
in
trying
this
to learn.
group is it's just not right.
I have a feeling that if you allow El Mesum, he will speak to you for a good long time this night, because catching up with my grandkid, yo.
First chance to talk to literally anyone other than Shigul in 50 years.
Yeah. And
Well,
I'll explain that I need to get some sleep before my watch duty, and then we can talk more then.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be kind of hard to shut him up, actually, because as Jess said, first time.
Sounds like a water roll to me.
Yes, roll water to shut him up.
All right, it'll be.
Yeah,
That's one.
okay. He will relent. I guess. There is a moment in your conversation when he is like, all those years lost, and you hear him sob a little bit in your ear, and there is in fact A little drop of water coming out.
Oh,
Is he sobbing?
knew I was going to hate everything about this encounter.
But as for the rest of the night, it actually passes uneventfully. Isn't that nice? And we go on to Foteska the 12th. And you are all waking up, I guess, but with the sun. Still just about freezing. The good news is, the rain is gone. It is a brilliant sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. Even.
So when we do find a cloud in the sky, we know it's something else.
They're after us again.
It's a spy balloon.
Just remember, if something's circling above you in the sky, it's probably there to kill you.
The temperature is just above freezing. It's still early spring after all. But you said you wanted to go to Mazmatra or Saroflaus? Which city are we going to this time?
Which one?
Mazmatra was the industrial one where everything was grimy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
And the big market was Zaraflos?
Yes.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
it's probably Zaraflos that we'd head to.
There are smaller villages as well, of course.
I suspect they are not going to have things that are needful for making us look like a group of traveling players, however.
That might be harder there, yes.
I guess we're going to have to talk about casting, because Eldrida is easy. She's a fortune teller.
Yep.
Crickets.
Good luck to the rest of you. I don't know.
Yeah, so Sifanu's clearly a psychic. I mean, he can get in touch with your dead relatives for a fee.
Oh, he's a medium. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, he can.
I'm seeing
I
like
can, and I'll have no fate
darker,
dice left at the end of the session.
darker color palette, similar to in theme to Eldrida's, but like with a darker color palette, maybe.
Hmm.
I think Bodonius would make a convincing holy fool. What do you think?
A witch?
A holy fool. You say profound things every once in a while that nobody can understand.
I think I could manage that.
It's similar to a court jester, but not funny. And, I mean, Artegue, you're perfect as is. No nods.
Appreciate it. I plan on just walking around looking strong and drinking people under the table. That clearly counts, right?
Well, the way I understand it is that he and I will do some dueling in the streets, and people will bet on whoever's the great champion, right?
That sounds hot.
Okay.
We could even do it bare-chested. I'm not a half-bad wrestler.
You should do that.
Why,
How about all of this?
Gestaki? I didn't think you cared.
Huh?
Absolutely. Let's grease up and roll around.
Right. The whole.
He's been going on and on about this rancid buzzard fat for months now.
I can't use that for fun. That's for when we're cold.
The innuendo part just went completely over his head.
That's all right.
When you roll around in a lot of mud, you'll get cold.
Aw. Gestaki, you're adorable.
So, who is navigating the boat to Mazmatra, I guess?
Captain Sifanu, the most powerful necromancer in all
I
the
thought we were
world.
going to Zaraflas.
Oh, Zaraflas. Well, that works too.
Yep.
To Zaraflas, it's gonna be about a day of travel. Like 24 hours of travel, I should say. Ish. So let's get some navigation here to not end up in the wrong creek, shall we? And
Nah.
You do not want my help.
I will assist you.
Yeah. I've seen what your help does. I cry for a week.
so
Builds character.
You know what? I'm gonna be nice and say that this is a coastline and there is a river, so you don't actually need to navigate this time. But it will take your full 24 hours to get there.
Even with our indefatigable undead rower?
Are you?
No
well,
union
the
breaks?
moment you stop concentrating on that thing, it collapses and it's no longer. But I guess, and then you.
Didn't we want to skin it at one point? I thought that was an idea that someone had.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody wanted to turn it into armor.
Can we not?
Well, you see, it turns out Brythanni is apparently completely unarmored. It doesn't come as a shock, I suppose. But you probably need to remedy that situation. And, best thought I had was drape her in lizardmen skins. These seem tough and resilient.
That sounds like a crafting roll to me. After you have, to do the tanning and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's not really a workable plan.
Fair enough.
I don't think anybody has crafting.
No.
Well, because I think wouldn't skinning it fall under huntsman
That could work, yeah.
or huntsmaster? I'm trying to think
I mean,
So-
I can, but it's sort of like a sentient creature. I mean,
it's dead.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is
I get
very-
that,
yeah.
but I don't want to skin humans either. Okay. You guys are making me do all kinds of things I don't want to do.
You
Well, I
can
never
say
said you had
no.
to do shit.
Just buy leather armor at the next town.
Yeah,
Right.
can we just maybe use a cow or something rather than?
I mean, where are we going to get a cow?
On any given farmer's field around here, there's plenty of farmers.
That's, wrong.
I'm assuming you are all getting into the boat and navigating across the
Yes.
lake here.
Yeah.
And
How much is leather armor to buy anyway? Like what rating
leather
is
armor
that?
would be
Pretty
not as
cheap, I
costly as
remember.
heavy armor. Haha, that helped.
Way to narrow it down.
Yes. I'm nice.
Less
like
than a cannon.
that too. Dear. Let's go shopping.
About the same price as a dozen eggs.
Oh my god, eggs are so expensive right now.
Yeah, I was joking. My Hellbrain decided we needed to rewrite the "If I Had $1 Million" song inflation edition. That came up with
no.
was, if I had $1 million, I could buy chicken at the grocery store.
It's 2 successes on a purchase roll.
Oi, okay, so that's going to be difficult for me.
We have lump sums we could use, right?
Yep.
That's true.
Yep, we have a 4 and a 3, I believe.
Oh, I don't want to take one of your guys' lump sums, though.
We've literally been carrying around all of the lump sums we found all game.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't actually spent any of this lump sum yet.
We
Which
are
is-
hoarders.
Probably a good idea in the longer term run of things. Yeah.
Always save your potions till you need them.
Great.
Save them to the very end game where you can't possibly use them all at once.
All 999 of your Phoenix Downs.
Yep, that's right.
What can we just do with the boat? I'm sorry, I'm messing up the boat here.
No, that's not even the right river, man.
I know. A couple of hours into the trip across the lake, of course, you have a sail that you can set, and by this time, I guess you can use the dead lizard man to just hold the till, so you can...
Just lash him in place.
I'm not sure he's the best navigator as such, but
Oh,
you can
no. The
as
Sifanu
long as you're holding
navigates,
the
not the
staff,
corpse.
you can just make him you know.
I feel like we perhaps shouldn't use open necromancy in populated areas. I feel like that's maybe...
No, there's probably some fishermen around who are going to get freaked out when the zombie reptilian goes, hi!
Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of fishermen around, because this is a very well-traveled lake, in fact.
Can we tie him to the bottom of the boat and just let him swim?
Do we need to keep the dead lizard man? I feel like we could just let him go.
Well, I mean,
as the necromancer, we can always get more bodies.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, toss the corpse then. All right, into the lake.
I am truly struggling with this boat. Sorry about that.
That's a much more rational size.
Yes.
You can make out the fine details.
All right. So you toss the lizard man over the side and keep going across the lake. It's nice and peaceful. It's a beautiful day for a sail, really, for sailing. Yeah, it's there's all sorts of other traffic, of course. Lots of fishers out there. You will see one or two cargo holders going to and from Asmatra along the trade route. I'm sure there will be some patrol ships, sloops belonging to the Trachorian Navy. Maybe one or two.
Lucky for them, I'm not a water mage.
Do we have any fishing gear? It may, as we're traveling along, we might as well stock up on some food, if we can.
You can, yes. That is a thing you can do.
Throw a net out or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Yeah, I have no fishing
absolutely
gear.
a thing
Don't
you
know what
can
to
do.
tell you.
How much food do you have right now?
I brought
aside
absolutely
from...
nothing practical. I'm probably going to spend the day just kind of leaning back and sunning myself.
So...
Maybe Eldrida had something.
Wait a minute. So, yeah, to fish, are you a skipper? No. Nobody's a skipper.
Nope.
No.
That's the other table.
No, I'm much better at hunting on land than I am,
Yeah, you need to be a good, you need to be actual fishers to be able to know how to handle all this stuff and to catch enough of a catch to actually, eat. So I'm sure you might be able to catch a fish or two, but it's not going to be nearly enough to make a difference for your food situation. For that, you need the skipper ability and the fisher expertise.
Jeez.
Well, that sounds like a great use of a level up.
Hey. Learn how to fish. Learn how to communicate with the dead.
It's a tough call, I'm telling you.
How we mine for fish?
Yeah. But I suppose we can, in fact, to Bodonius's point at least, make it look like we're fishing.
Yes, you can.
Gives us an excuse to be here.
Completely incompetent at it, but it works. Enough.
I mean, are the Trachorian patrol ships good at fishing? Can they tell the difference?
No, they're not. Unless they happen to have a soldier aboard that knows the business. Finally got some kind of, I don't know. I'm gonna fix it in post. Anyway, the boat, you will find the river in question that you need sometime in the mid-afternoon, and pass by little Netherby there and go down the river, and it's again a nice and peaceful ride. Basically, you're as long as you're staying in the boat and not going and doing gallivanting around towns, I'm sure it's all going to work out nicely. Go away, Will.
Doesn't everything always work out nicely for us? We've never had any problems.
No, this is par for the course. Everything's running just fine.
Good fortune follows us everywhere.
We're cruising down the river on a boat. I'm watching someone sun themselves on the boat and assuming that someone else will notice if there's any trouble.
Oh my
See?
God,
That's how
you're
it goes.
useless now. What have I done?
Don't know your own powers, Eldrida. What can I say?
It's great.
I keep a lookout.
At least he's not collapsing random people's skulls.
I don't know. Is that better? Is this better?
Are you gonna spend the night on the boat? Or are you stopping for
Probably. I mean, we'll moor it off somewhere, but yeah, probably stay the night on the boat.
Are we going to get
At this
harassed by
point,
the local authorities
you are-
if we do that?
You are now between Bralorga and Britalva. That's of course, the river is the separator of the two provinces, and there's a lot of traffic here. This is heartland, agricultural heartland, very densely populated. So just making a camp somewhere, you might attract attention.
Shame if someone set those fields on fire.
They haven't actually started growing anything yet.
Oh,
'cause it's,
damn February, right?
Yeah. March. Fateska.
March.
Fateska.
Fateska thing.
See?
It started with an F.
Yep.
You were way closer than I was originally.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, this is very highly densely populated, and you will feel the smell of all the fields that have been recently manured. Not much difference from when you went to Ranz, really. And you just know in your bones, particularly, I guess, Eldrida and Sir Artegue, that this is in fact where all those hateful langoks will be grown.
Those limp Trachorian Langcocks.
Yes, those ones.
Who would want to put one of those in their mouth?
Trachorians, apparently, yeah.
Be a real
What
shame
won't
if the
they
earth suddenly
clean their
decided
mouth?
to get really salty.
Yeah, that does. It would be a shame if something poisoned all this earth.
Ooh.
No, not poisoned. Just, altered the mineral content.
Well,
Not
I
that it
mean,
hurt the earth.
made inimical to plant life. How about that? Not like there are a
Interesting
bunch
idea.
of monks of Ranz around to fix that anymore.
That would take a scene and probably make a huge splash, magically speaking. and
Yeah, it's
attracting
more
a
the
lot
they're
of
gonna-
attention.
It's more they're going to feel that across the continent that's really my problem.
Yeah.
But I'm sticking that in the brain box. Maybe I'll stop by around harvest time and ruin it.
Yeah, that could happen. Well,
I
who
mean,
knows? where you're
maybe
at.
maybe on our way out.
Yeah.
Just before we're about to kill the ship.
Nothing like starving a bunch of farmers to take that empire.
Listen, starving a continent's like one of the only ways I can keep up with Sifanu's power creep. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Palamux seems to be doing okay these days, and we had something like that happen to us. So
It's
Of course, it was
getting
the
better.
gods
Right?
who did that. So
It's getting better.
well, I mean, there is precedent for that sort of thing being part of the god's plan. You see.
don't worry. I actually think, though, more to Sifanu's point, if we really want to starve the empire, I hear that Safina's their breadbasket.
Safina is the breadbasket. Yes, absolutely.
What a coincidence!
You're going there now. Yes.
I feel we may have been had in terms of the planning.
This night, again, the temperatures drop precipitously. Well, not precipitously, but definitely below zero. Some clouds in the sky. The moon is still full and looking out at you from high above. And it's still nice and quiet and peaceful. I'm sure this is what the adventure is going to be all along. Gistaki is talking a bit, very, well, this isn't too bad. I've been through a lot worse in my day. It seems to me that things are going quite smoothly, aren't they?
Yeah, Deidre said you were adventurers. What other sorts of adventures have you had?
Oh, all sorts. We, you see, me and Deidre here, we, went along together with our manager, all the way up to Marjura a couple of years ago. That's when we first met these here folks.
Right. Deidre mentioned something about grave gold.
Wasn't that a sight? Now, I think it was Robot who pulled out that golden chalice that she shouldn't have touched, wasn't it?
Roba and our good friend,
That
name
Toby
escapes
guy.
me with the forked tongue.
Yeah,
Oh,
that guy.
yeah.
Yeah, they needed a team effort
Tongue,
to
innit?
screw us.
Yeah. Yeah, those two. That was unfortunate. As they say. But we got out of there. We got out of that spot, and then I had a bit of a tiff with another fella who thought he was the strongest man on Marjura. See, Roba used to martyr me as the strongest man of whatever place we happened to be at. And
I remember that.
And there was a fella who I'd say he was probably had some tall gold blood because he was tall. He was a mighty big fella, and he kind of took exception to that there label. So I had to sort of engage in some fist work with him. He gave me a good run for it. I'll grant him that. He was a bit bigger than most fellas, and never get involved in with tall golds if you wanna be spared that, Sir Artegue. I have to say.
No, I'd like to find one to fight one day, but I won't use my fists. My fists are not the hammer.
That's true enough, isn't it? Yeah, you'll probably need to use the hammer because they won't go down fast otherwise.
Oh dear God! I'd go find a quieter place because I don't have to listen to this rambling. I pull out a book or
Aren't
something.
we in a boat?
Go find a quiet place on the boat. Good luck.
Right, like as far on the other end as I can.
I now see the wisdom in not spending the night on the boat. So it's just about it.
Yeah. So that's the night.
So,
Well, he
I was trying to chat him up to get information about him and Deidre because like Brythanni still doesn't know what they're doing here exactly.
Right. Is this an insight check? Is that what we're saying?
Sure.
Always trying to steal those fate die.
Of course I am.
Alrighty, so that gives me 4, does it?
It does indeed. Oh, you already spent it? Or did you spend it? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't mark it off my sheet, no.
Then I will mark it off your sheet. Haha! Yeah, that's gonna be 4 dice. And you're talking
worse.
to... I mean, Deidre's right there, so if you start doing that type of engagement, she will certainly be helping the good...
I mean, I'm trying to be subtle about it, but you know, she may pick up on what I'm trying to do.
I think the camp is not quite big enough to stay away from her like that. So I'm gonna roll her
True.
3 water, but she is not a machinator, so she doesn't get any fake dice for that.
Oh,
You
Although
had
not
1 success
sixes.
and she has 3, so
sorry, was she? I thought she was helping Gishtaki.
okay then he has 2 dice, I guess.
You know, there's a reason I didn't target her with this.
He has 1 success, which is not enough. So you will wriggle out. As far as he is concerned, why, milady? And he's always, when it comes to his relations towards Sir Artegue and Lady Brythanni, he's always knuckling his forehead when he starts talking to you, because you're nobles and all, and he's just a lowly Palamuxian commoner. So you know he needs to, he knows where his place. Well, my lady, I'm just here to help out, and wherever Deidre goes, I go. It's quite as simple as that, really. I'm not really the thinking kind. I prefer. I much rather just help out and with my ways, you know.
Follow the lady's instructions. I like it.
Aye, just that. Yeah. That's how I do it, isn't it? Yeah.
That's how Artegue does it too. Don't worry.
Wow, but him being a noble and all.
Oh, yeah, I forget about that.
But we like ourselves a good adventure, don't we? And here we are. This definitely seems like a good adventure.
Well, I mean, that's why I was so curious, because, I mean, as you say, she is a proper lady, so, I mean, I haven't met too many other ladies of adventure.
She's that all right. She's a princess, that one.
Really?
A real bona fide princess.
What is a princess doing all the way out here? You can't help but, I can't help but being curious.
What? Adventuring, just as I told you.
Of course.
She likes it. Same as me. So many people to see and so many things to do.
Well, fortunate that you found each other then.
I suppose it is that. Good for me, for sure. I'm very happy she puts up with me.
Well, so nice talking to you, but I think I should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, his social depths are about as deep as a puddle. That is, yeah. It is not the depths of Anxalis you're talking to. How about that?
Aw, he's a sweetheart, though.
I suppose, in a way. In his own very...
Trying desperately not to just pat him on the head.
He'd probably take it as a great compliment.
Like a cookie.
Nah, not a good cook. He likes using his body.
No, I said I bet he'd like a cookie.
Oh, yeah, a cookie would
Instead of
work.
patting him on the head, here's a cookie.
Yeah. Have a Kostaki treat.
Yep. So this is the day when you finally will arrive at Saroflas, then, I suppose. And this is a city, unlike the villages that you've seen along the river. And this city is... I do not have a map for it, I'm afraid.
Slacker.
I know, complete. But it's of course not nearly as big as Tresilva. It's still a substantial city, several tens of thousands of people living here, and it's the place where, yeah, the slave market.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This
And
is where they
now
import
things
them.
go off this.
Rumor has it, for those who keep track of such things, and I'm sure Bodonius does, knowing all sorts of scholarly matters, that there might be 5 slaves to every inhabitant.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great for a rebellion.
Yep. It's a beautiful city. The architecture, they've taken great care here to particularly the ocean front. But it's really densely populated. There are all sorts of people everywhere. And streets are packed, of course. So, what's the plan here?
Well,
For the
obviously we need to go pick up some supplies to make ourselves look like a group of players, which, you know, we are.
And who is going, is the question.
Well, I definitely am, and
Yep.
am not going to want to let Artegue out of my sight.
Well, it's good because
Good call.
samesies.
Oh, so Sir Artegue will go
Nobody
in?
goes alone. I'll stay with Sifanu and Bodonius.
So, Sir Artegue, Lady Brythanni, and that's it? Deidre and Bodonius, no, it's not Bodonius, Gistaki should probably go with, because they know everything about busking.
Yeah, and Deidre is actually good at talking to people, so...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to want Deidre to consult because, I may have some infiltration skills, but I've never actually been a busker before, so...
Right. No, they actually do have levels in busking. They have artistry as the ability.
My artistry is not that kind, no.
I know. And let me...
So, I mean, it's probably, I don't know, rather flattering, because, Brythanni is going to be asking them a lot of questions about their experience busking and how one busks or comes across as a busker.
Yep.
You better get a sense of the role and the expectation.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Deidre doing most of the talking on that. I'm going to give her, because I noticed that I haven't told you what kind of expertises that she has. One of her expertises is spellbind, that allows her to completely enthrall an audience, and everybody watching the performance must roll water versus her water roll plus at least a fate die, and those who lose cannot resist watching in awe during the performance. They're counted as defenseless, so it can't be used during combat, but it could be excellent to,
just before we start a combat.
Before you start exactly. That kind of thing. And also, of course, she has the expertise busker, which allows her to actually make money on this.
That's a strange concept.
Also has that ability, the busker expertise, because they both can make money on this. And let's see now.
So what I'm hearing is if we need to make some cash doing our supposed vocation, we are all going to be assisting them.
Yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. I think his other expertise is acrobatics. He also has feats of strength from wrestling. So that allows him to do all sorts of like climbs and jumping and tumbling and somersaults and all that kind of stuff. Which he actually can use in a fight as well. Who of you has the best wind, though? It is not Gistaki or Deidre, because their wind is both terrible. Sir Artegue is also pretty low at wind, aren't you?
Well, I have a two, which is like as good as anyone but Sifanu and Bodonius can get you.
Yeah.
Okay then, Sir Artegue, why don't you roll your wind?
Do you need like a list of reasons, or would you like me to write a paper? Let's roll.
The rest of us with wind of one. Oh boy.
That was
a wind of one might have gotten higher.
Hard to get lower.
That was interesting.
I mean, I can roll if you want, but
I really should have made a map for this place, shouldn't I? Dang it.
Only if you wanted me to roll dice that mattered.
You've got a map you can just recycle?
I should have like a medieval street map, but...
Right, just a generic city street.
Yeah. I don't have one at hand at the moment, for some reason. But there we are.
A modern tragedy.
Right. You are walking down the streets of Zaraflos trying to find the nearest place to, buy the stuff that you want. And that is part of Bralorga, is it not?
oh no.
What? Just because I say Bralorga? Is that a reason to get nervous? Yes, it is.
Only if someone here's
Could I
attached to these.
perhaps use water to assess the social dynamics that we're about to walk into?
I guess you can, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
That's a 6 at least. There is a hint of nervousness to where you're walking around, I suppose. And when you stop in front of a store, there will in fact be a group of city guards coming. Halt in the name of the Emperor!
Oh boy.
Oh, it's gonna be fun now.
Yay.
All right, I guess I'm going to have to spend a fate die after all to try and give myself a Paratornan accent, aren't I?
Perhaps. I mean, Sir Artegue is dressed in your armor and
that's
the
not gonna
hammer
work, is
and
it?
everything, right?
He's
I
too
mean,
recognized.
I'm wearing my traveling veil, and I suppose I could toss like a cloak over myself, but that's about the best you're gonna get.
Yeah. So, highly conspicuous armor, highly conspicuous hammer. Halt in the name of Trachoria. It's about 6 of them.
Cool.
Patrol. Are we doing this?
All right.
I don't
Well,
know. Let's put it this way. Can the buskers do anything to stop this?
I mean, Brythanni is sort of looking to Artegue to take her cues from him.
if no one interjects in any way, oh, it's on.
Yeah. Dita's like,
Artegue, a whole group of Dracorians?
Dita is a bit like, So I guess we're on.
Do
A
it,
whole
Jess.
group of
Make a-
Dracorians. Yes.
Talk him out of it.
This will be the best. The best way to shop is from dead people. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I don't know that I saw this coming quick enough to do much about it.
You didn't. That was the whole wind check and all, so yeah.
I'm very unused to people telling me to halt.
You are, aren't you?
First of all, how dare you?
Like, first off, fuck you. I don't do what you tell me.
So yeah, some Trachoria soldiers will try to make your life a bit more miserable.
These poor guys.
Yeah, well, at least there's 6 of them and only 4 of you, so
No, I know.
I'm sure they think they have the
nervous.
advantage.
I'm sorry, what, Joss?
Now I know why everyone seems so nervous.
Uh-huh.
I'm always thrilled when there are Dracorian soldiers around. They're reliably dumb.
You love it, don't you? Yes.
A little bit.
I mean, I'm probably going to try and run so I can establish stealth is what I'm going to do.
All right.
maybe
I mean,
some of them will chase me
Gistaki's
and
right
be
there
distracted.
with you. With he's pulling out his sword if you're pulling out your hammer. So.
Oh yeah, come on, bro.
Ah!
Gonna your
And
edge
he's
clap
no
himself.
slouch with that blade.
Gotta get this man a hammer.
And Dija will drag out his her dagger, I guess. So it's 3 versus 6 because Lady
So I mean,
Griffin is-
there's probably a murmur cover me at some point.
Yep.
Sorry, what?
Cover me.
Ah, sorry, your murmur was too real life murmur.
There's gonna be
I forget my mic is up there.
there's gonna be 2 each for the 3 who are engaging the soldiers, obviously, because that's how this is gonna go. Soldier, they have. I'm gonna use a fate die for their swordsmanship. That makes sense. They're trying to apprehend you after all. That's gonna be 3 rolls in. That's 3 fate dice for me. So they are the aggressors this time because they are going like rah. So we have against Sir Artegue, we have 2 soldiers. They have regular swords, and shields and heavy armor. And as such, their fire is a 1, unfortunately. But they use their stone. And that's 2, 3 expertise, sword, 4, 5 dice in total.
What are they getting the 5th for?
Because it's 2 of them against you.
Ah, very well. Very well. Well, then, I suppose... 5 dice. There's 5 dice. And who's the aggressor now? Me?
They are, because they're trying to apprehend you. That was a very good roll. 4 successes, out of which 2 are
What?
6s.
I wasn't even watching the screen. That's ridiculous.
So, yeah, skirmish is on.
All right. Well, I suppose since I'm just defending... 1 second while the spinny ball turns into a character sheet. Oh, okay. Well then, let's
You have reach on them, by the way.
Yes.
Yes, you do. That's why I didn't give them a tool bonus, too. There you go.
Yeah, should leave me at 5 dice overall.
So 3 for stone, 1 for... Are you putting a fate die in? 1 for your tool.
I will put a fate die in just to...
So you have 3 for stone, 1 for your
Sorry,
tool, and then swordsmanship.
1 for the
as well?
expertise.
Oh, and 1 for your expertise. Yes.
I have the
exactly,
hammer
5.
focus now.
Right. So you could put 2 more in to give you 7.
No, just 1's fine here.
Okay, so 6
Oh
dice
gosh. My whole screen is reloaded and gone black. Alright,
Oh, no.
so let's roll 6 dice.
then. Yes.
Oh god.
That did not go so well for you today, sir, are you?
Now, well, hold on a second, because Foundry's not actually showing me anything.
Oh.
How badly did it go? Someone tell me.
1 success.
1 success.
Well, all right, because little do these Trachorians suspect that I once defeated the great Trachorian hero Ranz
This is
in a
true.
single blow.
You're a much better.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Yes, that was terrible. So re-roll 5 dice, I guess?
That was pathetic.
They're coming in with their swords and shields to apprehend you. Arr! And that was
Oh
also
my god!
terrible.
Oh!
Oh, once, and a 2. That's just the worst.
I rolled
That was
5 dice to
impressively
score
bad.
a 6.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I
so they have
robbed
2
the
sixes.
hell out of that.
They have swords, which do... Was it 1 damage? I think it's 1 damage, isn't it?
Yes, thank Christ they can't hurt me.
So yeah, 3 points of damage would be because you have armor, but your armor is... You know what? I think this time they're gonna get surprised by just how resilient your armor is. Even though they managed to get amazing hits in, just completely blocking that hammer with a shield, and it doesn't even break the shield. They get under your guard, and the swords get in where they should be, but then it just clinks, doesn't it? Because yeah.
A sweet, ugly old man gave me armor that blocks 3 points of damage.
Yeah, and the guard who's doing this just clang in your back and is like, huh? But now they know.
While simultaneously being amazed that I apparently can't, or that Artegue can't swing a hammer worth a damn.
Apparently, yes.
Are we sure this is the same guy?
Exactly. Meanwhile, we have some
Okay.
other folks here who needs to be a bit, yeah, I think Gistaki has quick draw and specialization with his sword. So that gives him, which means that he actually could draw his sword. I mean, you're carrying around the hammer. If you
Always.
don't say anything else, your hammer is on your shoulder. That's what I'm thinking.
Assume
Which is
I'm
one
always
of the reasons
armored
they
and carrying
could
a hammer.
recognize you so readily. But Gistaki, he draws his sword fast as someone who knows how to do that. And since he has a bastard sword, he actually has the tool advantage against them. Now I have to use my own dice. This is terrible. Again. So he will roll 3 for his strength. Then he has the tool bonus is 4. 5 for the sword. 6 for the expertise with the sword. And then another 2 for 8 dice in total.
Woo!
As I said, he's not bad with his sword.
Oh boy.
And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. And the Trachorian soldiers, they have 5 dice, but they're the aggressors. And only get 3 successes.
A mere 3.
A mere 3.
A mere.
A mere. And that's bad for them, I guess. My chalice is getting emptied really fast. No, wait, I had already deducted for them. And it's not from the chalice, it's from the GM pool, so there. What do I do with the chalice? Anyway, okay. With this result, 3 versus 3. No, 4 versus 3. And he has a bastard sword that does 2 points of damage. So he can do 4 points in total. How do you guys want Gistaki to do this? I'm gonna leave this. Like, for example, Alan, Bodonius isn't there. Do you want to control Gistaki for a moment? For a fate die?
Sure.
Can I control Deidre for?
You can.
Yay!
All right then. So, hold on. Let me. The first roll was Gistaki, right?
Yep.
8d6. All
Yep.
right.
So
You said
he
he
is
did
completely giving them a clubbering right now.
4 damage.
Yep. You can kill one of them and maim the other. Or you can do other things with your successes, like, disarm them or throw them to the ground or things like that.
I think disarming both of them and throwing them both to the ground, like, stripping both of their weapons, tripping them down, and then, like, holding the sword over them.
With 2 6s, you can disarm them both, but not also toss them down to the ground.
Okay. So I still think he's showing off a little bit in front of Artegue here.
Also in front of
he's trying to show off Artegue after that performance there. So disarms them both and they're
like, huh!
Flashily, and then he's holding his weapon out upon them and making a gesture like, "Your move next, gentlemen."
Though it is in fact his move, because he's going to be the aggressor next turn. Deidre, played by Steph this time. What did you want to do here? There's a lot of fun things you could do. Deidre has a conveniently placed tattoo that could paralyze someone. She does have her magic dagger that gives her a bonus on attack, and she is of course a knife fighter, as in her thievery skill. So knife fighter. So she can, in fact, add 2 fate dice from my bowl to do things like that. So that would give. She doesn't have the advantage of reach. Obviously, they have. But with her knife fighter ability, let's see now, thievery, here we are. She can use her fate die up to this ability in melee combat, but only when she fights with a knife, which she does. So 3 for fire, 2 fate dice. She can throw in 2 fate dice for a knife fighter. That's basically it. So 5 dice in total, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, we're definitely going to go with knife fighting for 5 dice, Alex. I think that sounds like a great deal.
Okay, roll 5 dice for Deidre as she is confronting.
I nominate Rob to roll these dice.
Okay, Rob, roll 5 dice.
What?
I just rolled. I just rolled 6 dice. I'm sorry, 5 dice and got a 6.
I'm rolling for the Dracorians who are attacking her.
Coming up your
only
turn,
a single
Robert.
success.
I mean, I've rolled 8 dice tonight. No, I'm sorry, I've rolled 9 dice tonight, and only one was a success.
You have?
But here we
Can I roll
go.
on your behalf, perhaps?
No, I got this. It's fine. 5 dice.
I believe in Rob. 5 dice, I believe. It's your turn now.
1 success.
Oh my god.
That is not going to be enough. They are moving to apprehend, not to kill, which might be their mistake in this case. So they will do that. They will now hold her. That's a success. They get through her guard and is holding the sword to her throat. Like, that's the end of that turn. Except Lady Brythanni also has a thing to do now.
Yeah, can I do not have quick draw, so can I draw and establish stealth in the same action? Like how much can I achieve in a single round here?
Right. I would say, let's look it up, shall we? So, you can't use your weapon in the first turn, regardless if you are attacker or defender, if you didn't have the weapon before. So until the next round, you can use it. So you don't actually have to make an action, I believe, to draw it. So you can draw it while you're doing a thing.
Okay, yeah, because I'm trying to get the drop on one of the soldiers.
Right.
So that I can use that ability on my sheet I've never gotten to use before.
Yes, you can. How many fate dice are we putting into that?
So I can't use the weapon in my first round. So I guess do I roll for the? I guess I'm rolling for the stealth to see whether or not it is unexpected, and then I'll strike next round. Is that the idea?
I mean, you could always do it hand to hand too, like that particular expertise.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, they are moving non-lethally for the most part too, so yeah. I suppose I can just knock a dude out.
This is if we're talking about that second expertise.
Do any of them look? Are any of them wearing armor that looks like it might be?
I like that practicality.
That will be, if you succeed, that person is gonna die. It's gonna be a karate chop.
If I'm not armed, then it's broken by exhaustion, I believe.
Oh right, you're correct. Broken by exhaustion, absolutely. It can be used unarmed, but the effect is then the enemy is broken by exhaustion. Absolutely.
So I'd be knocking the guy out. So.
Yep. Which is fine by you, right? You do have to spend at least 1 fate die.
That is entirely fair. Given that Artegue seems a bit overwhelmed, I'll probably I'll probably be trying to. Although, I mean, Deidre has a knife at her throat, but
yep.
I feel like Artegue was going to be more help than I am if I could stop him from being pinned down. So let's see. Yeah. I also kind of want to show off, so I feel like I'm gonna add 2 of my fate dice in here.
Right.
Also, this is getting in the way of my shopping trip, and I want to go shopping, goddammit!
How dare they?
How dare they?
Alright, so, let's see here.
That would give you, 5 dice.
Woohoo!
4 dice.
Yeah, because I don't have reach on
Oh,
them.
right, yes, you don't have, that's correct. Okay, so that's 3 successes. That is successful. That is successful. The difficulty is, let's see now. Oh yeah, so if you roll at least 1 success, they're broken by damage immediately.
Exhaustion.
So describe what happens. It's one of the people against Artegue.
Having murmured to Artegue, cover me, and this apparently having distracted him from doing so.
No, this was all covered.
Yeah, I creep up behind one of his assailants, and then I was just imagining sort of a 2-finger jab to the neck, and down he goes.
Yep. Thump. Exactly. He just falls over.
Followed by a slasher smile, no doubt.
Yep. And now there is 5 of them left. but 2 of them have no longer weapons, though other 2 are holding Deidre in a good grip with a sword across her neck and basically shouting to you, "Stop immediately!" I have a feeling it's not going to have an effect, is it?
I mean, I feel like she was almost the best person they could have grabbed because she has the highest fire, I think.
Yes,
out of all
yes,
of us.
she does.
So if anybody was going to wriggle out of that grip,
She does not have escape artist, I don't think. Or does
No.
she have escape artist? She does have thievery, so maybe that is in fact... You know what? Why not an acrobatics check to defend herself while in that particular tight spot? I'll allow that.
you've got this, Deidre.
All right. So this turn, you are the aggressors. Who are going to start? Do we want to start with Sir Artegue again?
Don't know why, but okay.
You only have a
He
single
is
guy
the most
against you this
aggressive
time.
of us,
I've
so-
only got one guy left to fight.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to use more of my pool, but I will. Aha. But he has a shield, so he actually gets to use that as a defense, as an extra die this time, because you are the aggressor. So he has his...
Isn't that good for him?
2 plus expertise with the sword, plus shield is 4, and then a fate die 5. Still 5. Still 5. Thanks to the shield. He's defending.
Ooh.
3 successes. These guys are good, apparently.
He's going to get a promotion after this, provided
Right?
he's...
If they survive. But they're not, because you had 3 successes too, and you are the aggressor.
thank heaven.
So that's gonna do how much damage?
4 points.
Feel free to describe as graphically or non-graphically as you see fit.
Well, I haven't got to do this in like several sessions. So Gallagher hammer comes straight down onto the melon, and the melon explodes into just this hemisphere of blood. Splatters all over Artegue. Splatters all over Brythanni, one presumes. little bits of brain. Certainly brain and blood is now on his unconscious buddy on the ground. It's just a mess.
He tried to parry it with the shield. The shield was up there, and then the shield splintered and cracked into 1,000 pieces. So it's not just the biological pieces, there's also a bunch of wood splinters everywhere.
Also going
Not
to
as delicious.
going to turn the veiled head towards Brythanni and say, "Thanks, dear."
Anytime.
What might
Guys are just
Istaki want
mildly
to do?
disturbing.
Yeah, not at all. What might Istaki want to do?
Only mildly?
So, is the one of them still holding on to
Life.
Deidre?
No,
Yes.
Deidre.
Yes, absolutely so.
All right.
For
Well,
Gostaki, do the same thing.
then Gostaki obviously leaps for that one. Unhand her and stabs at him.
All right. Guess we're using all his fate dice as well. I'm being generous with the GM's pool, aren't I? So he has the advantage for the longer reach, and he is very strong. So 3 plus what did I say? 3 plus reach for the sword, plus expertise with the sword is a 5, plus 2 more is a 7 then.
All right.
Didn't I have an 8 for him last time?
You
You
did.
did.
I'm not sure how you got there.
You did
Maybe
say
I was
that
wrong
last
about
time.
the 8. Maybe it's just 7.
It's things that happen.
Yeah. That is just 2 successes this time, and unfortunately he does not have expertise
No,
experiences.
that's 3.
Looks like 3. 2 5s and a 4.
Yeah. They are still 2 of them, and they get the bonus for having a shield this time. They're obviously gonna, no, one of them is gonna get in the way while the other controls Deidre. So they will have... That's still 5d6 though, because shield. So...
No.
Oh dear. That is 4 successes versus your
Weirdly
3.
competent Trachorian guards.
These are very competent Trachorian guards, apparently. Gistaki goes in there,
Cream of the crop
long-swording
here.
it. And this time the guy just catches on the shield and slashes at Gistaki, because Gistaki... You know what? Gistaki was disarming the others, so this guard will disarm Gistaki.
Oh,
Bam!
okay.
Ah! And he doesn't have a weapon anymore. It just clatters to the ground.
All right then.
And then he holds out his sword to Gistaki's neck, basically. So now Deidre and Gistaki are in trouble. Unless...
You make a valid point.
Yeah.
Exactly. Unless, does Steph wanna do an Deidre thing here to get out of this tight spot?
Yes, I think she'll use
a Deidre
her
thing.
genuine. Yeah, I think will generally use her ability here to, maneuver herself out of this by stabbing this guy, in a vital area that will cause him to loosen his grip. Yes?
Sure. Yeah, that will give her 5 dice.
And if he looks the wrong place, he'll be paralyzed.
I'm gonna give him
will
a bonus
nominate-
die for having her restrained, so he will have 6
Makes
dice.
sense. I nominate Jess to roll this time.
Literally anyone else.
How many dice was that? Sorry.
5.
5.
5 dice, please.
Boy.
And unfortunately, I have rolled 4 successes. The good news
Everybody
is
know what
I'm
means.
almost out of fate dice now. And then
That
she
did it,
rolls
right?
4 successes too.
And a 6.
And a 6. Yeah, that worked. He almost manages to maintain grip on her, but feel free, Steph, to describe how Deidre managed to snake her way
So,
out of this.
he's got her held, but she can turn herself around fairly easily in this grip, and so she just sort of slides her knife instead of holding it blade out towards more like blade in toward her forearm, and just slides back against him, against his soft bits, as it were.
Yep.
And he loosens his grip.
He does indeed. You could do damage to him. This is a magic dagger, so it does extra damage.
Yeah. Oh, we're definitely gonna do damage. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then he's in fact down. Because that's 3 points of damage with the extra 6 that you rolled. So
Excellent job, Jess.
I guess you hit the soft spot and he goes down, falling down to the ground. There's going to be a lot of blood running from those tender spots. And he's probably going to bleed out. Like, there are vessels on the inside of the thigh that you can hit and, open up. That will cause a person to bleed out really fast. And I think maybe that's what she did, right?
Yeah. He is a bleeding. I like
Couldn't
it.
have happened to a nicer fascist.
So that's 2 of them dead. And 2 of them disarmed. Of course,
And
while
one unconscious.
Gistaki was getting involved with the other fellow, the 2 people who are disarmed are going to grab their weapons again. But Lady Brythanni hasn't done anything this turn yet.
Yeah, although, we are the aggressors, aren't we?
Yes, and I'm going to say that you are now armed.
Fair enough. Although me and my little knife aren't going to be able to do very, very much.
Rolling up.
Although I imagine I don't really scan as the threat here still, so I'm going to see if I can establish stealth a second time, see if they'll fall for it again.
Yeah, no, they're paying attention to Sir Artegue, Gistaki, and Deidre completely right now, so...
Woohoo.
Yeah. If you want to do another one of those, you can do that.
All
This
right.
time with an actual weapon, so...
Yeah. I probably shouldn't keep spending 2 fate dice,
You can spend a single one. Like
I will
I think you
merely
do have to spend one for that particular.
So let's try this out here.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Okay then. Lady Brythanni on a roll.
Good at killing people. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yes. I mean, speaking of which, you are serving their gods and being their tool, and you've killed people, which is exactly what you do. So 3 fate dice to you.
Woo!
So yeah, that's exactly what happens. You sneak up against, I guess, one of them who are picking up their swords after going after Gisaki. And is this like a nice little like that?
Oh yes, very elegant.
Very elegant. Arterial spray everywhere. So 3 of them left now. 1 against Deidre and 2 against Gisaki.
Isn't one of them knocked out?
Yeah, so there was 6. 1 was knocked out by Lady Brythanni. She's taken down 2.
Already, you got 1. Deidre got 1,
Lady
so that's
Brythanni's
4
taken
taken
out 2. Sorority taken out 1, and Deidre's taken out
Goat's
1. So,
math.
yeah, it's 2 left. Oh my god. They run.
Ooh, a
They run.
chase.
Because
I'm
holy
gonna get
smokes, they are not suicidal, these people. They will just run.
So I'm gonna get the one that I knocked out, and I'm going to relieve him of his armor, and I'm gonna put it on, and we're gonna have a nice little chat when he comes to.
Yeah, there's like this street is cleared. People are just running away from you because this is like super violent. And
Because I mean, who's to say I'm not a Trachorian soldier who came to his aid?
Ah,
Who's to say?
who's to say? Yes, who is to say? I don't know who would say that. Do you see anyone who would say that? I don't see anyone who would say that. Yeah. Are we spending a fate die on that, I guess, then?
I guess so.
Yes, you do have to spend at least a fate die on that. So roll your water plus a fate die to look all sneaky and stuff. Yeah, that works. You look all sneaky and stuff.
Well, you're lucky I was here. Who knows what would have happened to you otherwise?
He's like, waking up slowly after you knocked him out. Oh yes. Thank the gods. We were attacked. I don't know what happened. Suddenly everything went black. Is everyone fine? Did we get them?
I think people scattered in all directions. I couldn't say.
Okay, we'll have to link up with the sergeant, don't we?
That sounds like a good idea. What was the? I'm from a different squad. What was your directive?
Apprehend them, of course. It's them. That's what people say. It's the traitors, the ones who killed the Pietro.
All right.
Oh,
Do it.
Yeah,
of course we did.
Apprehend on sight. You know, the rebels from Trismere or Palamux or whatever.
Right.
Or both.
You got a description?
Sure. It brings out. It's an actual wanted poster.
Oh God, we have
I mostly want to see who they have a description of.
They have.
Details so we can be not them.
They have a description of the 4 people that you will remember. It's Nefria, Eldrida, Sifanu, and Artegue. It's a very good likeness. Whoever was doing the drawing of this, it's spot on. The hammer is there, the armor with the whole, thing, and Eldrida looks just as sturdy as always, and, Sifanu with the tattoos, very nicely replicated.
Oh, this is perfect. I didn't get issued one of these. Can I have this?
You didn't get one?
No, I was out sick.
Sure, I mean, they're everywhere, so...
Oh God.
Yeah, he gives you the thing.
All right. Anything else I should know?
Very dangerous. You need to be at least 2 to 1, I think. I mean, did we get them? I have no idea. What are the rest of you doing? Have you just... moved away from this, or?
Oh no, I'd like to chase those two idiots.
Oh, you're gonna chase
Then I'd
them.
like them to die.
Yeah, that's gonna be easier for you than for them, because their fires are 1 because of heavy armor.
That's a real shame that they don't know this really ugly warlord I know.
Right?
You ever think maybe you guys might be on the wrong side of this?
Would Deidre run after them? Would Gistaki?
I don't know all of her motivations, so it's hard for me to tell.
I mean, Gistaki would just follow
probably
after Deidre, from what I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think
I
Deidre would.
imagine-
It's like, I'm gonna get him first!
Yeah, I imagine if Arteque's going, then Deidre's going, it would be more competitive than anything.
Yep.
So.
Unfortunately for Gistaki, he's also wearing heavy armor, so his fire is effectively 1 right now.
Oh God!
Yep.
I'm coming. Picks up his sword.
Gotta join the rebellion, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll for the guards here. They're running like a d6 here, so I'll roll a d6 each, I guess, as they try to get away. That's 1 success, and that's a fail. I guess you will catch up with one of them, but it really depends on you here, Sir Artegue, because your water is fire. I mean, it's 2. It's not like you're excellent at chases.
Get him!
It's a 1 to 3 scale. 2 is significantly better than 1. I don't.
Yes.
Hey!
You do it. You catch
Eat
up.
that, you flatfoot.
And then the hammers. Do we even have to roll for this?
Oh,
he's gonna
that's
turn
up
and
to
try
you,
to
but I-
protect himself, of course, while the other one is running.
Gistaki fell behind.
Yes, he did. Steph,
yeah,
do,
no,
do you want to roll for Deidre? 3d6?
3 for Deidre. I'll do that. Oh,
Yeah, she catches
Oh,
up
these two guards are having a
definitely
bad
with
day.
the guy who, yeah. Okay, Sir Artegue, hammer time versus guy with a shield who's going to protect himself. So he has 5d6. No, 4d6 because I'm not spending any more fate dice on these guys.
Well, I have 5 dice, and I'm going to roll those.
Yes.
That's my plan. Woohoo!
They are both rolling amazingly here. That is for
My
sure.
dice have swung the other way. Excellent.
Yes, they
4
have.
successes with 2 sixes,
You have
so I do
4
6
successes
points of
and he's
damage.
3. Okay. Is this another pulverization of the epic kind?
Well, with 6 successes or 6 points of damage, I'm going to imagine he raises his shield, to get that extra d6 to defend himself, and then the hammer just goes through the shield, through the arm, into the torso, and maybe hurls the guy into the guy Deidre's chasing. Who knows? We'll find out.
That might be. Oh well, he was faster though. So no, he was.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, he was faster. So you're catching up with the slow guy.
Sure.
But you.
Then just
yeah.
into the wall he goes.
Yes.
He doesn't have
It's
much of a chest.
baseball.
1 with the wall.
One with the wall. And like.
Dedication, that is. He
I
really
don't know if
wanted to
any
be
of
part
you
of the city.
have seen the meme that sometimes goes around on social media of that poor French cavalry cuirassier who got actually shot by a cannonball at Waterloo and what's left of like the hole from the cannonball.
Ooh. No, but I can
What?
imagine.
Yeah, that.
I'm going to look that up while you figure out what happens.
that is. There is not much left of this guy. And also, it says boom because you activate the rune, right? So it's
Yes.
it's a literal cannonball thing, almost.
Boy.
Deidre, I don't think she's going to spend more fate dice on this necessarily. Or is she, though? Maybe she will, because... Yeah, it's a bad idea not to when you're going up against a guard who has reach on her. 5d6. Who wants to roll?
Ooh, I would like to nominate Bodonius to roll. Yes.
All
All right.
5d6.
Versus the guard who has
Ooh.
5d6 too. I believe.
2 6s?
It's 2 sixes.
Yes.
But that's the only
The
successes.
guard has 2 for blood, 1 for reach, 1 for shield, and 1 for expertise, so 5. He's not using fate dice this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
4
He doesn't need
successes.
to.
Yeah, at this point, like, all bets are off, right? Because, dang, you guys have been very lethal. So, he's gonna basically parry her attempt with a knife there, and she never gets inside his guard. He just shields up against, and then just slashes. This is just, and that's gonna do 2 points of damage on her, which is not good news at all for Deidre. She was a bit too eager this time. And she will either have to make death saves or take a consequence. So she's definitely going to take a consequence.
That seems wise.
Yes. What kind of consequence do we want to give her?
Does she only have 1 stone?
Yep.
Oh, well, this is a bad idea for her.
Yep.
Made for Sifanu, no shit. Well then, I suppose a limp sounds appropriate.
Limp. Yeah, he slashes right through her leg, and she screams and falls down on the ground. Which just makes Sir Artegue happier, right? Or maybe Gistaki, who will finally catch up.
I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, it gives Artegue a shot at the leaderboard.
Oh, Kistaki got 1 success.
Yay, he catches up.
All right.
Or is it, in fact, Sir Artegue? It's kind of even. I'm going to give it to Sir Artegue because he has the higher fight.
Oh, you look.
Well, he was already closer because
Okay.
he succeeded last round as well.
That's, yeah.
Okay, fine.
So poor guard has been caught up, and he's like, just, call the guards! Call the guards! Alarm! He's just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Just this very jolly, pretty quiet man just running along with a hammer.
Yeah, very quiet. And what are you going to do to the guy? I'll allow you to attack him.
I gotta smash him with a hammer, Mikhail.
What? Really?
What?
Wow. And now I'm gonna do 7
Surprise.
points of damage. And now...
Oh!
That's just not fair. He got
That's
3
not gonna do it.
successes! It's just
Yay!
There was nothing left of that guard. This is a fine red paste that drifts off in the wind.
Yeah, this guy reminds me of the guy on Marjura where, his it wasn't his armor that disintegrated so much as just the hammer goes straight through his chest, his limbs come off because there's nothing to attach to. It's just a pile of body parts.
Oh my god. And that
But he felt
ends...
really proud of stabbing Deidre. It was his downfall.
Yes. That ends the fight. She is stabbed. She is bleeding, so she's gonna need medical attention.
Hey, we've got a doctor for that. I hear they're
Yep.
acquainted.
I have a feeling that Deidre will leave town now, together with Gistaki, to get patched up by Sifanu.
Kistaki rushes Deidre back to the boat.
Well, the
Yep.
guards don't have a description of them, so... At least not for this reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and any guards that could give a description are not in any condition to.
Right?
That's why
Speaking
we
of which,
chase him.
the one whose armor I got, did he have any money on him?
A little bit of coin, some miracles, maybe a silver decory or 2.
Okay, so not all that much, but still a lump sum I could use as a bonus on a wealth roll to buy some stuff.
I guess a lump sum of 1, yes. I mean,
But
if you collect from everyone, it's still going to be a lump sum of 1. It's not going to be that much.
I think you may have been robbed.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Wait,
god.
he didn't figure that out when he woke up without armor?
Oh, right, yeah, he doesn't even have armor on. Oh no! And does he still have his sword? No, you have his sword, right?
I mean, I'm guessing it's a standard issue sword. I probably would have cleaned it before putting it on my belt, such that it's not completely obvious that it's his.
So he's like, oh no, and he will see his fallen comrades who are lying there. It's at least a couple of them right there, and he's gonna...
I better get you back to the Sarge.
Right, let's go. Maybe the others... And you hear the screaming from the others, like, ah, alarm, alarm, help! And he's like, oh, we need to go!
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
What happened here? They're dead! They killed them! We had the drop of them! How did this happen? Like,
that's why I think running in the direction of them is not the wisest idea.
With your water, you're gonna convince him. So what do we do then? Corporal? Because he's just gonna give you a title now.
I think we best go and report to the Sarge. I think.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
It's gonna take more manpower than we currently have, soldier.
And he does. He just runs the other way.
Hey, you shouldn't go by yourself. Wait up! And I'm gonna like deliberately slow walk this guy. Prevent him from raising the alarm before my companions can get away.
Well, I mean, there's been lots of screams and shouts along the streets anyway, so it seems like your shopping trip has encountered a problem or two.
Yeah.
What is Sir Artegue gonna do once you're done with, painting the walls red with Trachorian soldier blood? And
I just realized he's gonna realize that I'm not with them anymore. And I have no way to get a hold of them. This is not how my operations usually go. Usually I have the network to rely on, but no.
Yep.
Well, you see, Artegue's going to turn around and go back to the intersection there where he left Brythanni putting on armor, presumably to trick a guy into talking to her.
That's true.
Fortunately, like most of Artegue's assumptions, this one will only be true up to a point.
Yeah, as you're doing that, I mean, people are hiding, like the doors to store shops are closing. You can hear the clickety-clack of people locking their doors.
That's fine.
There might be one or two brave street urchins who are throwing rotten langoks your general way.
Not gonna hit kids with the hammer. Moving along.
Sifanu, back at the boat. You have a patient. She's bleeding badly and will die unless you treat her.
Yeah, I'll fix her up. What were you even doing back at the boat? I completely forgot once combat started.
You waiting
Nothing,
for them to
hanging
do
out.
their thing?
Yep.
You didn't want to go shopping, apparently.
I think you were studying your the Vox Ranzina again, / more.
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that. We'll get to that in a moment.
All right, let's start with patch up.
Yeah, that's a win check. Bodonius can help.
Bodonius will help out as well here.
That's an extra die to you, sir. Not sir, because Sifanu is not a sir. Haha.
Yep.
Yeah. It's Grand Wizard to you, Nate. No. Can I use a potion to assist?
If Eldrida allows you to, yes.
I mean, she gave a bunch to us, to all of us last time.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
You
Yeah.
can use whatever you have in your inventory that I gave you. I'm not going to make more for a little while until I have some fate die banks.
I hope I wasn't the one carrying all of them.
No, we split them up quite a bit. So
I hope you're
I'll
keeping
just do the
track of
coordinates.
your own things here. Yes.
Yeah, because I had given you one from my
That is a
inventory
success,
previously,
which is just what you needed. You just saved her life, and you have stitched together her bleeding. She's going to
You
be
mean
limping for a while
I saved
too,
her life. Thanks.
but she needs to have a scene of proper rest first to heal up her damage before you can deal with her limping. So you're studying the Vox Ranzina again, I guess, and the secret verses, I'm sure?
Yeah, that's what we were doing. Well, we went
that
shopping.
was the plan. Yeah.
Well, you were for several minutes there. I think you've spent probably a good 20 minutes looking at it or something. Maybe even half an hour.
So, what's the idea? Like, I haven't looked
guess
at this
you're
since
looking
last
at the
session, so I
green
don't
one,
have anything
right?
new.
The green one. Here's the green eye.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Perhaps some folks could assist each other with a wind roll?
That's
What is the
kinda what I was
question you
hoping.
have in mind?
End of tallest tree, but lower still than the lowest holly there. Does that sound like any sort of landmark I might have heard of in Sifnia?
What is your geography skills?
None.
Well, Bodonius
Bodonius is a scholar.
Bodonius does have scholarship.
Do you want to spend a
Well,
fate die on
okay.
this? Sifanu can help with a wind check.
I will assist.
All right.
There's a
2
6.
extra dice, actually.
All right, and so free wind, and I think I will spend the fate point on the the fate die on this.
Yeah.
We get 4 plus an extra 2 for 6.
Which, of course, will help you regain that fate die because now you're doing the whole temporary roll thing.
It's kind of a wash on fate dice here, but
Yep. But that's fine. That's how you're supposed to be doing it.
yeah. So that is 4 successes with a 6.
Nice. Wow. Okay. That will allow you to ask me 2 questions, I suppose.
All right. So yeah, the first question would be, does any of this remind me of any like, you know, geological features or geographic features in Sifina that sort of this points towards?
Well, that's an excellent question, isn't it? I'm actually going to show you the map I did for your expedition, probably. Or for Sifina. How about we just activate the Sifina map? To give you a closer look, as it's called. So, you've been talking about Tokma Forest before because of the children, the bite of blood and you know, the mispel seeds that do require blood to grow. And as you can see here on the map, it's, there's dense forest, which is the Tokma Forest, and then there is a marshland called Miasma beyond that. Now, the geology here, the geography here is, as you can see, the Matagda Mountains kind of end here, which means that the terrain is very much up and down. So it's entirely possible to have trees on top of a hill and in the valleys between hills as well.
Okay. So it is a tall tree that is down in a valley, probably.
That could very well be the case. Just given the topography. Topography.
So
I think that was a good answer to a good question.
So probably right around, we'll probably want to start right around where I think that says Nat Spew.
Yep.
That'll probably be a good place to start, or at least that looks like sort of a clear beach there right north of that we could probably land at.
You will also, because you rolled a 6, I'm going to give you this as well, know of a legend of this area. Yes.
All right.
So, and also because you're an expert at mountains.
Yes.
Yes. There's a creation myth called Enuma Elish. In the dawn of creation, Marduk split the original creature Tiamat with the mighty sword of the north wind. From her body, the gods created the world. Tiamat's blood flowed from the wounds of combat and were collected into a huge red ocean. But right in the middle of this ocean, her fallen body was lying down like the continent, a continent of black, old mountain. The demons that worshipped Tiamat cried bitterly over their mother's death, as their power was broken forever, and their tears fell all over the world like a pouring rain, and rinsed the blood down into cracks and crags. Even today, Tiamat's blood flows through the veins of the underworld, giving mountains power to launch their teeth towards the sky. But during the ancient times, the Black Mountain was still alone, and it was very proud, because it was older than anything else. It was the Ur Mountain. During the Council of the Gods, it was decided that all living creatures should walk over the Black Continent to forever praise the victory over Tiamat. Now, the Black Ur Mountain could not cope with these terrible inhabitants, but opened clefts where they fell down and then hurled its rocks against them. When the gods saw this, they let volcanoes pour forth their lava over the Black Mountain and covered it with earth. And they created plants. The roots would bind the earth so that the Black Mountain would forever be fettered and hidden. But the tale also says that the Black Mountain became ever darker in the depths, and it will spring into the daylight on various hidden places to seek revenge on all creation.
Might be what that part about Tiamat's follower refers to.
Mm-hmm.
Some things that Bodonius knows about mountains.
All right.
Because he's a scholar, unlike Sir Artegue.
Nerd.
Meanwhile, in Zaroflas, we have a person who is standing there. Are you gonna go somewhere, Sir Artegue, to deal with things?
Sorry,
well,
what?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Trachorian soldier disguise that I now have to requisition some of the stuff that we were shopping for. Instructing the citizenry. This is an emergency. Send a frick. What is that called? Send a bill to the garrison.
That might just work.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna have you roll a water check for that anyway, because you're dealing with a traitor, and they're like, yeah, Castique, yada yada. But, and also they're pretty good at seeing through lies. So
Castique helps those who help themselves. And
Castique does help them. So the merchant in question will roll 3d6 for water, and that's 2 successes.
Oi. Well.
Deidre has helped you with a water check, by the way, for getting the right stuff. So I'm gonna roll, and I could even allow her to use one more of the GM pool fate dice here. So that's 4d6 to get the right stuff, which is gonna help you on the roll now. 2 extra dice, 3 extra dice, in fact.
Whoa.
Can she pick up an extra die for her excellent, very authentic disguise?
For no, but that's her disguise is what allows her to do this thing.
Gotcha.
So I'm rocking 66 right now, is what I'm hearing? Okay.
Because the whole scene as you were walking up to the store was basically Deidre explaining what you needed.
All right, how many did they have?
They had 2 successes, and you have 3.
3.
You're fine.
Yes, I was looking for the wrong person.
You are just fast talking the shopkeeper and going this, that, and everything, and we're gonna need it now, and give it all that in the basket and package it all up.
And helping the Empire is helping yourself.
Of course, sir. I heard it was them. Was it them, the horrible murderers?
And I show him the wanted sign. If you have any information regarding these individuals, I would like to know it.
I never seen them, sir. Never, ma'am, never. Terribly sorry. Would like to help more. We need to catch those terrorists.
Absolutely. I will, and you have been very helpful. I will make sure that that my superiors hear of your contribution to the and to helping yourself.
Why, thank you, soldier, sergeant, corporal.
Corporal.
You, yes. Thank you. Always happy to help the garrison.
And off I go to, undisguise myself such that I don't get severely injured trying to reboard the boat.
Right.
But I'm gonna keep a hold of this armor because that's helpful, and I did want some armor, so.
Yes, since you have actually carried the armor for a while, you're not particularly used to it. You do gain a point of exhaustion at the end of the scene. They actually work in this. Sir Artegue does not, because he has a specially well-made armor. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, well, this definitely was not crafted with me in mind.
No, not in the slightest. Is Sir Artegue going back to the boat too, or what's going on?
Oh well, yeah. Once Brythanni's effectively not where he left her, and like there are no blood trails leading anywhere. He's just gonna head back to the boat, plan on waiting a couple hours, and then if she doesn't show up, then he'll go back to town.
I'm thinking this might be a situation for you running back to the boat, because if you don't, there might be a chase. It's a big city, right? So it's going to take a little while for you to get out of the city.
Yeah.
Or are you just by the docks with the boat? Did you actually dock inside the city or outside the city?
Well, I have no idea. No, there's no way they brought the boat to the city.
Probably not.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been
because Sir Artegue
probably would have to check in with customs or something.
Sir Artegue alone against every guard in Zaraflos can get interesting. Like don't doubt.
I know. My inherent love of bloodshed and if I got a good earthquake, I could kill them all. Is warring with my good sense that says just fucking run out of town. So let's just this once. I'll bow to good sense, and Artegue will actually run out of town.
All right. I'll have you roll
come
a
at me in an
water
open
check
field, though.
Otherwise, you might have to fight your way out the city, the gate or what, like.
Oh, I mean, I'll roll a water check, but
no, the fire check, of course.
Oh well.
Because you're running.
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you actually get out of town, but I'm gonna give you a point of exhaustion because succeeded cost.
Perfectly sensible, and it was, of course, running.
Yes. So, yes, you have all made it out of town with Lady Brythanni coming last with a lot of stuff. She's...
this is tiring.
Hell? Lady Brythanni, because you are so extraordinarily over-encumbered, you get a second point of exhaustion when you get to the boat. But the good news is they might not be looking for the boat, or they might. Sir Artegue, even every people there he goes. It's so obvious. So maybe you want to get really quickly out of here with a boat.
Seems perfectly sensible.
Otherwise, there might be a boat chase coming up. Woohoo!
And
once everyone's on the boat, I think we should head down to Grum and regroup there.
Right. Roll a wind check.
Given that I can only take 2 points of exhaustion without breaking, there's probably a renewal of the whining.
Yes. This is actually now I'm going to be a cruel man here because you're sitting in a boat. There is a lot of voices. They're screaming. They want to know where you went. You want to get out of there as quickly as possible. So that's going to be.
I'm probably going to throw some of the cloth over top of Sir Artegue such that it's not obvious that he's in the boat with us.
That's a good idea. Not showing where Sir Artegue is, because he's like the big neon sign. Come get evil terrorist, Transmuran rebel, Palamuxian.
The golden armor is supposed to be a giveaway that I'm the good guy.
And since
none of you have this.
The issue may be that the golden armor is too often stained red. They can't tell it's gold.
Fine.
Since
Fine.
Raise an excellent point. Maybe I do need to maintain it better, and that would solve the problem.
Since none of you have the skipper ability, I will have you roll 2 dice for the boat's fire. And we will see how quickly you get out of there. And hopefully you get out of there reasonably quickly. Otherwise, there might be a chase going on.
Who's rolling this?
I don't know.
You
whoever.
are.
You?
Okay.
You're the boat guy.
You're the boat guy.
Captain.
I just heard a you roll, and I wasn't sure who I was directed to. All right, let's do this.
Oh my god! Nice job with those 2
I am the
successes.
captain.
Yes, you are absolutely the captain of everything. Will Sifanu get himself the skipper ability before this is all over? We will find out.
Yeah, and the fishing expertise.
Definitely not the fishing expertise.
And so, yeah, you leave Zaroflos with a tail between your legs, but all the stuff you needed. It's probably going to take you about like an hour to get to Groom, I'm thinking.
Yep. And in the meantime, Brythanni has clearly earned herself a massage to lower her exhaustion from carrying all those things back to the boat.
Yes, she has.
It's what happens when we split up. You have to carry things.
Not used to this level of physical labor.
Oh, I know. It's totally unfair.
Since the oh no, you don't have the dead body anymore. Since Gistaki will take the till, Sifanu can have a look at Deidre's pained leg to help her heal the damage point that she still has. She's like, I'm not gonna do that again.
I can assist somebody in their healing endeavors.
Yeah, it just takes a scene for her to, massage and everything, and she has a very nice bandage on her leg. Well, I always knew you were good for more than one thing, Sifanu, she says and smiles big.
Why you gotta make it weird like that, man? Why?
Why you gotta make it weird like that?
Because it's her. Now, it's almost noon of Friday the 13th of Foteska. Isn't that great? That can explain a lot, really. Groom, the city is lying in front of you. I'm not sure that you want to stay there, but you might want to. I don't know.
Well, we got
need
the
to get,
mummer stuff, but do we need like food and shit to get across the ocean?
And I think we wanted like a boat.
Yeah.
Like a proper boat, right? Not this dinghy.
This is a dinghy, right? It's you could try to get across the ocean with it, but without skipper.
None of us being a skipper, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, that's the next problem, isn't it?
Sifanu said he could do it. I'd believe him.
I can do everything.
Navigating with that little boat on the big ocean, like going along the coast kind of works, but going across is gonna be let's hope
by the
there's
way, that very helpful guard gave me this, and I sort of show everybody the wanted poster. It's a very good likeness of the three of you.
You'll be on there soon, trust me.
Hey, somebody actually paid attention to get my tattoos right. I'm actually touched.
Which face will they put on?
Definitely farm girl's face.
That's kind of why I tried to kill, or one of the reasons I wanted to kill them all.
Well, sure, blame it on me, Artegue. Blame it on me and my soft little heart. Don't worry.
Wait, what was that? What was I blaming on you?
Sir Artegue.
Oh no,
Back
he was that was me. I let one of them live so that I could steal his burger and ask him a bunch of questions, and also use my status as a Trachorian soldier to requisition all this stuff.
Now, great job, but I really hate survivors.
Oh, God.
He didn't see anything.
Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome to the club of survivors. Letting happen.
Yeah. Yeah, Eldrida.
Yeah, Eldrida.
Eldrida. Just letting people survive like that? What were you I mean...
No, you can't throw these 75 soldiers into the ocean to be eaten by sea monsters. That would be wrong.
I mean, she's not wrong.
All right, so fortunately, the disaster is behind us now in Zaraflas, and now we're in Grum, where presumably we can don our effective disguises and get a boat that'll take us to Sifanu before they catch up to us again.
The typical trade route across, I don't know if anybody knows about that, except maybe Bodonius, because he's a scholar.
And a local, in theory.
Yep.
I don't know. Let me see. What do I know about local trade routes?
Yeah. Everything, apparently.
There we go.
Not everything, but at least a 6.
Has there been a single roll you have done tonight that wasn't a 6 somewhere?
No, I think I've had a 6 on most of my rolls, yeah.
Yeah.
How we
I think
Yeah, that was
the
a 6 and
adventures,
2-1,
thank you for
so-
coming on the adventure.
normally Alan rolls like Roth, so
Yeah.
That's where it's all gone.
The typical trade route for going between Paratorna and Sifanu is, in fact, Melset to Tigold. That is the established route.
To gold. Check.
So it goes like that. Takes about a day and a half.
Cool. But presumably there's someone here with a boat?
In Groom? There just might be, yeah.
And from what we know of good Trachorians, is that good Trachorians will do anything for money?
They would, yes. This is true.
What a religion. What a religion.
Yes. Isn't it great? It's the greatest religion. At least the one that makes you richest.
And gosh, where did Bodonius think? Hey, Bodonius, where on this map was the geographic feature you were aiming towards?
Well,
Right here's the beach you were talking about before.
yeah. Right in this, I mean, pretty much right where that slash is
Okay,
where we want to go.
gotcha. So we're not really interested in T-Gold unless someone wants to go sightseeing?
No, but the chances of finding a captain who will just dump us on a random beach somewhere.
That's
Oh,
one
With
of
enough
those-
money and threat of death, yeah, not too hard actually.
I mean, Brythanni has a honey tongue, and we have this lump sum 4 of cash. Like, you might be able to bribe somebody into some shit. Mikhail, how large a bribe is a lump sum? It actually just adds 4 to the wealth roll, right?
Every die
does this
from
work?
the lump sum adds to the wealth roll, yes. But I mean, it can't hurt if you add like extra and all that stuff, right? So let's have a look here. You want to bribe and make sure. So again, when we're looking at passage, yeah,
and Alan actually said it perfectly. I don't even care where else the boat's going. I just want them to let us off on a beach over there.
a cabin on a trade ship is a 2. So if you want to bribe them and all that sort of thing, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 3. Because you're going to go then away from the typical trade route, and you probably want them to not talk too much about it either later.
what else is over there? What reason could we ostensibly have for wanting to go there?
Because that's the thing. If we're disguising ourselves as a troop of
As
buskers,
buskers, no, you're right.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
being dumped in the main city makes sense.
Unless, I mean, there are villages around there, I guess.
Yeah, like what's this? I can't read. Was it Stroms or something like that?
Yeah, there are some villages. I can,
Right
in
here.
fact, let me bring out the Sifanu map then.
This is much more convenient when we had our own ship.
Stoms.
here we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But again, if
Stoms
we're
is a
buskers-
village, not too far away. There are villages on the south side as well, but that obviously takes longer to get to.
I mean-
if you get dumped in Grilled or Faz Bells out here, you'd have to make your way all the way through the swamp, which may or may not be a recommended route.
We did the swamp once already. No, we're good.
So Stoms then, I guess, is what you're aiming for?
Well,
I mean,
I suppose.
maybe one of us has a relative who's getting married, and
or is
perform at the
terribly
wedding.
sick.
No, like a wedding or a festival or some shit in Stoms, you know, I want to perform at. Like, though I understand we have the ability and plan now to disguise ourselves as buskers, right? Like, landing in Teagold there and then traveling as buskers into the wilderness is not necessarily any more believable.
Well, but we could be doing like, you know, a tour of this area, hitting all the little hamlets, right? At least that's what we tell people.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
You know, because
we're on tour.
I'm guessing the distance on this map is not set correctly. It's more than 7
Oh yeah,
feet.
that is
Oh, that'd
definitely
be wonderful.
Yeah. Let me
You're ruining all my hope.
Configure that properly.
Arctic Youth throws me to Stoms.
Guys, I heard Sifanu was small, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
How have we not conquered this already?
Oh, don't step on the village.
No, given the size of our
that's
dinghy.
a more correct. That's a more correct
there we go.
approximate distance. Yeah.
So I mean, it's only 30 miles, right? That's not a huge, you know. So it's not completely unbelievable that a traveling troop would sort of hit a few little villages type thing.
Or maybe we want to get dropped off at Grald? That's closer and probably has less of a military presence.
Yeah, Teagold will definitely have a military presence. I'm sorry, because it is, after all, a very important city.
I'm sorry, I've been doing this the wrong way. We should definitely go to Teagold.
There will be probably a substantial garrison of Trachorian troops there.
The soldiers will still be there once we've done what we came to do.
Oh yeah, no, I just though I've been swayed by Bodonius's honeyed words, and we should probably stop in Teagold first.
Nothing wrong can come of this when Sir Artegue says that.
I don't know, Sifanu.
So what's the decision here? Are we to get
I think
back
it's the
to
most believable and easiest to find passage directly to Teagold.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, we've already started a little commotion. Let's just put on our busker costumes and try to lay low while we get to Sifna.
Okay.
So we're heading to Melsa then? That's the plan? Groom is a port city, but it is a port city for slave trade, much like Zarflos. And that means fewer ships are going to Teagold from there. It's more from the continent and the Copper Sea and so on. So we're going to Melsa then, I take it. Because
Yeah, if there's little chance to find a ship from here, then we should.
Play by the rules.
Melsa is also where most of the grain shipping coming from Safina is entering Paratorno. I'm sure nobody wants to sabotage that, right?
Oh, we could probably also sell this boat in Melsa to help cover the cost of our passage.
It's true. You don't need this dinghy anymore.
Yeah.
You could, yeah. All right, so we're going to get
dinghy?
ourselves all the way, following the coastline, all the way there. Again, I'm not going to take a die for you, because a roll for navigation, but I'm going to take some time from you, because you're going along the coast here. So that's going to be 40 plus... Yeah, that's a full 24 hours. I'm guessing you're going to stop make camp somewhere?
Yeah, we'll, as night approaches, we'll find a beach to...
Yeah, probably right smack dab between everything. But probably not within sight of any villages.
Yeah.
So out in the wilds.
I mean, Bodonius knows this area, so...
Ish.
knows more of it
Better than the rest of us, yeah.
And it gets
it's a real
chilly
low bar.
again. It is a low bar.
I mean, our whole group. That's actually a great group name, the Low Bar Group. That's us.
Bodonius, you were born on this continent, so what's over here on this extreme corner?
You know everything.
Right?
Yeah, making camp. Now, if Sifanu wants to, he can do another medicine check on Deidre to fix her limp. That's going to be a difficulty 2, another healing potion, and possibly help from Bodonius.
Bodonius will help out there. Oh, there we go.
No, he will not. He will, in fact, get in the way of helping, and that actually removes a die from Sifanu's attempt.
All right. So much for that potion. I'll check that off here in a second.
It's one
so
success. You need one more to actually do this.
Ooh, Bodonius.
Are you going to use an experience to push that?
That's a good question.
I mean, you were kicked out of the Fontra Cilor Academy, I guess.
That's true. I have practiced medicine.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do that reroll.
Okay. Deidre appreciates your sacrifice.
Oh.
You know, you didn't get kicked out of the Fontra Cilor Academy because you're a terrible doctor.
Exactly.
Right. It's because I was in the forbidden section of the library.
Yes.
Perfectly good scene.
Thank you, she says. Feels much better already. Those concoctions and that way you wrap the dressing, that is how it should be done.
I'm trying to revolutionize the medical field, but not enough people listen to me.
They should. They should. They really should. She's saying nice things about it.
Am I there? Does Eldrida overhear this? Because I assume I'm involved.
There's no way
in some
you
way.
don't. It's a small boat.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you're
Good.
making
Just making
camp
sure.
on the
We're
coast here, so...
there. Yeah. Eldrida will look over and say, you know, Sifanu is actually one of the best doctors I've ever seen, and I've dealt with a ton of wounds in my experience. He could use some more help, though, you know, like a second set of hands would do him good on most things.
Well, I know where a second set of hands can go. I wink at Sifanu and then go back to whatever the fuck I was doing.
I'm probably engaged in cleaning all the blood out of my various clothing.
Yes. Yeah, probably are.
There's a lot of
I have a
scouring
lot of
of blood at
practice
the moment.
you know, sweetly, oh no, dear, you missed a spot right there. And, you know, just lick his thumb and rub some of the blood off her forehead.
Adorable.
Well, aren't you lucky, folks? Oh well, there we go.
Usually not.
Usually not, but sometimes. Yeah. That's a night to remember. That was a day to remember. Having to run through Zaroflos with a really big hammer and you know.
No, it was great. We some guards tried to oppress us, and then we oppressed them.
You did.
I got some new armor.
Oh.
I went
You
shopping.
definitely
Didn't have to spend any
oppressed-
money. Got a nice massage. Great day.
You got a promotion to corporal?
Yeah. I feel like
We
this could
weren't
be a new start for me.
It just goes to show you that, you know, they are right. Sometimes, you know, if you just behave nicely, the universe gives you gifts. Like, I wasn't trying to fight Dracorians. Dracorians tried to fight me.
They're terrible that way. Another night will pass as the dawn comes on Fataska 14th, and you will travel to Melsa, the last little bit here, I guess. Which is...
That's where Lady Cilicia lives, isn't it?
It is not, no. Yeah, it is, yes, that's where she's from, yes. She's from... Lady Cilicia is indeed from Melsa. Gotthard was from Melsa as well. The procurator of Marjura, who is no more. It
Bet
will
we got
take
blamed
you
for that too.
Yes, why not? You murdered everyone. It will take you basically all day to get to Melsa, but you will get there, because you are sailing along a coastline in a very rickety boat. Now, this city is interesting, because it is also very often the face of the Empire. Which means that it's amazing, right? Right?
I was gonna
That's
say,
not
does that
my
mean it looks
assumption.
like an ass?
No, that's the backside of the city.
Womp womp.
No, that means this is the space we punch. Or do you give this a black eye?
All right.
No, it is. Has been described by the Ifarian poet Saltibetta as rotting molars behind a shining smile. The canine just behind the corner of the mouth, and well, by the canine, Carnald is meant, because that's a major naval base. But the shining smile is in fact the port blocks, the port part of Melsa, which is where you're headed in your little fishing vessel. You're not the only fishers around here. They're gonna, all along the coast, every village they have their fishers. But Melsa itself isn't necessarily terribly known as a port of fishing. This is more a trade port. Solid piers for big bulky ships from the continent, from Safina, big cogs, big caravels that make that land here, and the entire port district here. It's really a feast of colors, which has just shining rooftops very close to Tresilva in its just bombastic gaudity. And there is just a lot of traffic here. Absolutely a lot of traffic here. The thing is, once you get past the port, you see that another side of the city. But you're not going to get past the port, are you? There are fountains. There are. This is the entire port area here. District is erected in late Paratornian neo-maximalist style, with layer upon layer of
Sounds like a lot.
pillars, grotesques, vulgars, fountains, scroll work.
It's vulgar, all right.
The buildings almost collapse under their own ornaments.
Very minimalist.
Neo-maximalist, if you please. It looks absolutely. It looks like they poured in all the wealth of this entire southern part of the island into this one district, basically.
Probably exactly what they did.
Yes.
Be a shame if it all fell down.
It'd be a shame if we stole it all.
Yep.
I don't think we can carry all of that.
Hey, have you seen the size of these docks? We can get some big ships in here.
And I mean, I'm sure there's a graveyard somewhere.
There is a like everything here is joy and happiness. Like there are buskers everywhere. There are people playing, jugglers somersaulting. There are lots of taverns right on the ocean front for far-sailed visitors who are drinking, all sorts of exotic wines in crystal chalices. There is of course the fountain pub known as the Gold Rain. There is the for those so inclined, you can always go to the Joy of the Meat to satisfy any urges. And so on and so forth. It's a party place, this, where they... and you'll see all the foreigners here. There are people dressed in the fashions of Magilri from just south of Safina. Not as many as maybe some other places. There are Malukier, there are Mereldians, there are... I don't think there's going to be Ranzardes around here, but definitely people from the Chalklands.
At least not openly.
At least not openly, exactly. But definitely people from the Chalklands, people from Morel Vidun for sure. There are definitely not from Oregon. But as far away as your Pagna, you can find people. Yeah.
So, who wants to come to Joy of the Meat with me?
Absolutely.
When
Right.
I see what kind of decadent city this is, I go up to Artegue. I'm like, hey, focus. When you didn't let me run off in Huxo.
So,
Can't let you
Sifanu,
run
there's a
off now.
party! Oh!
I know that. Remember Huxo? We'll get
Right,
on the way
right.
back. On the way back. I
Okay,
promise.
so we'll go do this and then we come back.
We'll do the thing first, and then we'll come
All
to
right.
this.
Now
All right.
I do want Lady Brythanni to roll
Just like
the
Hoxo.
artistry
Hoxo.
check here for the disguise that she is giving you all. Right?
Alrighty.
But you have bonus dice here because, of course, you have bought the stuff. So all the clothes.
I
and
have
stuff.
genuine, authentic buskers to assist me.
So I'm gonna give you 2 bonus. I'm gonna give you. How about Deidre will give you an assist because she's the one who's guiding you about how to be a busker. And so she will roll her water check to help you out with this. Gives you an extra die.
Nice.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be... Oh, there we go. Yes. And then I'm going to give you 2 extra dice for all the stuff that you bought on the garrison's dime. That merchant is going to be so angry when the garrison is like, what?
Mystique helps those who help themselves.
Exactly. So,
Is
so
there a bonus
seven?
environmental die because there's already so many buskers here?
so you'll have 6 dice before you put in a fate die, but you do have to put in a fate die to disguise
Yeah.
people.
So that's 7 in total.
Yes, indeed.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Whoa. Yeah. Good luck, the garrison, the guards.
5 successes? 3
Just
of
my
them
standard
6s?
disguise roll, really.
guys, are we...
Oh, for real,
Have I
yeah.
always been a busker? Is that...
Pretty much.
We all have a crisis of identity now.
You've always been buskers. And
I told
yeah.
you, Stripe, this is a good look for you.
I should never have doubted you.
You know what?
See, with the vertical, it makes you look even taller.
That is pretty awesome. I'm gonna roll a die here because I can. Not that it matters for that thing, but Oh dear.
It was a balmy, perceptive day, and yet, even so.
Even so,
Jesus.
yeah.
Aren't you glad you didn't kill me?
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Geryon was just confused.
Oh, I need to double check a thing too. Forgive me
Happens
as
often
I
at his
look at a
age.
thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so. Yeah, you are going to look just like buskers coming with your terrible boat. And you wanted to sell the boat, didn't you?
Well, we're not going to be able to take it with us, so...
Right.
Yeah. And now that you have your eyes and ears with you and maybe are paying attention slightly better than, Sir Artegue was when he rolled his wind check in Zarofloth, I'm just going to give it to you because you have 2 people with 3 wind, and there are wanted posters, the same ones, put on all the walls.
It's a good thing we look nothing like those people anymore.
Good thing you don't look like anything like those people anymore.
Well, I'm going to whisper to Deidre, it's like, hey, Deidre, yeah, you got nimble fingers. Why don't you take down some of those posters since you're not on them?
Yeah, she'll take one.
I was hoping for more than one, but okay.
How many do you want? There is enough. It's plastered.
You're gonna hang the Sifanu poster in her room.
So yeah,
I mean, I'm definitely going to keep the poster that I have. It is a very good likeness.
it's an excellent likeness. You wanted to sell your ship, but none of you have the peddler ability, so you're not gonna get a whole lot.
I'm forbidden to have it, so.
Yes, you are.
Likewise.
Let's see now. Buying yourself.
Hey, Bodonius,
You know
you must
what?
know where the best boat market is here. You were born on this continent.
Right, Bob from Canada. I know him. He's a great guy.
Oh, what fun. Yeah, he's dead.
Since you can be absolutely sure that there are lots of very, very skilled merchants around here, I'm gonna say that one of you will get a lump sum of 1 for that boat, because they will fleece you.
Well, I mean, our other option was to just leave it here. So,
Yeah,
And that looks even weirder.
We'll take the 1.
exactly. Who takes the 1?
It's gonna have to be Sifanu or Bodonius. They're the only ones not carrying a lump sum.
Yeah, I don't think I have any money on me.
Wait, Eldrida has a lump sum on her?
You've had a lump sum 3 ever since I started carrying the lump sum 4.
Oh, well, good to know.
At least that better be on somebody's character sheet.
This is the richest Eldrida has ever been, bar none.
right, there we go.
Well, then that's why you still have it, because you don't know what to do with that kind of money.
Like, this is more money. Like, this is a lot of. I hate to break it to you. If anybody offers me drugs for this money, I'm taking it. Like,
Why would you do that?
Literally-
I can make more drugs than they can offer.
you have literally given your money to a drug addict, Robert. Like, I don't.
Yeah, but I can
I will-
grow a whole field of
Robert,
drugs. Why
I
would you
will
go
do that
anywhere
all
else?
day. I will do that all day for my bane. That's my bane, dude. All
Yes.
day long. I'll be
Okay,
selling
fine.
this for.
All right,
Do you
so
wanna buy some
before
drugs
we
here,
arrive in
Eldrida,
Mel's, we take
while at
that
it?
lump sum away from Eldrida and give it to Sifanu. Sifanu, you have a lump sum 3. Eldrida does not.
Okay.
He catches me. He catches me trying to sell the lump sum for drugs, and is like, "No more of this, Eldrida."
So who has the
Yeah.
1 then?
I don't know where the 1 went,
Sifanu.
nor do I care.
Bodonius, you
I
take
bought
up.
put
drugs
the
with the
lump
one.
sum 1 for the boat on Bodonius'.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't, yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
damn.
Stefani
gonna
gets the
say.
3, and now everyone's got something except Eldrida, who should never have anything.
What? You know.
They really captured your, someone's level of personal hygiene on these posters. It's amazing.
Okay.
That's-
See. I don't want to hear nothing about how you're an innocent farm girl.
Well, she's totally an
Never
innocent
seen
farm girl.
Never seen a poison in your life. Mhm.
I didn't say that. I asked you why you would ask me that.
Mhm. Because you look like the type, dear. You look like the type. Just like, and she motions to herself, I look like I do drugs, okay? So I don't know.
Okay then.
Sometimes the book
so
is the cover, my friend.
you want to book passage on a ship to Teagold. There are, of course, plenty of those. What kind of passage do you want here? Do you want just a hammock in the cargo space? Do you want your own cabin?
Well, I'm gonna bet that after that many nights alone on a small boat with Brythanni and Artegue, no one wants to be in the same cabin as this.
That's
I mean,
true.
I
I have
know,
a lump
I
sum of
definitely
3
want
now.
a
I'm getting a cabin.
A cabin is 2 successes.
Okay.
I
No.
have a lump sum of 3.
You cannot just spend the lump sum of 3 on a cabin. God damn it, you're as bad as Eldrida.
Hey, I get my standards too, so maybe I don't blow the whole thing.
Also, the ship will depart tomorrow morning, so you might have to stay in an inn tonight.
I will spend my lump sum 1 that I took off that guard to add to my wealth roll to try and get a cabin.
All right. Let's roll, and you need 2 successes to get the cabin.
Alrighty.
So if you use the lump sum, is it gone or is it just like decreased by one?
It's
for using
Gone
it?
forever.
The die that you spent is gone forever. You have 2 successes. You have yourself a cabin. And that is the end of that lump sum that you got from the guard.
It's quite alright.
Plenty
all right.
of silver decori to get the cabin to T-Gold.
We'll empty more pockets later.
Yeah.
Who else?
How long is this trip?
Day and a half.
Okay.
Bodonius is fine with just a hammock.
All right, that
I
only
mostly
requires
just
one
figured
success.
we have at least one cabin between all of us in case we want to, plot traitorous things.
Right. That's partly
Yeah,
why I wanted a cabin.
Yeah, I'm really like, I don't need a cabin as long as she has one, so...
So you're gonna, well, at least your booking passage is still...
But I need passage on the boat, yes.
So that's still a success, so...
Well, I'll just roll the basic.
But you don't have to
Destitute
roll,
wealth.
because if you have 3 dice, you don't have to roll, because that's 2 above what you need to.
Ah, gotcha.
So...
Although apparently I could have gotten everything.
Sifanu, my friend, that is not good enough. What are we doing here? You might have
Well,
to
apparently.
do some bartering.
Yeah, I might have to break out the lump sum then.
You can do that. If you fail at buying something, then bartering. So if you've failed with your roll for wealth, then you need to. Wait, you succeeded with no 6s, didn't you, Lady Brythanni?
She's just stepped away for a moment.
Okay.
But that is correct. I don't see any 6s there.
Yeah, 2 4s.
If you want to take my roll, I've got a 6.
so
lying
that
there,
means
though.
that her wealth goes down 1 step for a while. Because it turned out the cabin was a bit expensive. She could afford it this time, but next time, maybe not. So her wealth will go down a step. But you can barter, so that's the next step here.
Spawn is gonna
Both
wash
sides
dishes.
roll for water and roll bet fate dice up to your skill in peddler. And if the buyer wins, you actually get what you want with 0 6s or 0 crits. If the seller wins, then you're done. You can't get it. So, Sifanu, did you want to roll for water here to get yourself against a
Yeah.
Paratornian trader?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Sifanu is... Oh, but the trader didn't do it either.
Does a tie go to Sifanu?
Does it? Yeah, I'm the aggressor, right?
If Sifanu has an experience of some kind that could apply, then he could re-roll and get a success and win this.
I don't think I have anything that does bartering.
No, I don't think you do. That's the problem.
Anywhere where you've defeated someone with your intellect?
No, not really.
Question mark?
I attended the solstice ritual at King's Cliff. I saw some shit.
Do you want to spend another... yeah, no, that's not. If you spend another lump sum die, maybe you can help yourself with that.
I haven't spent any lump sum dice yet, so
Oh.
that's why I rolled so poorly. It's because I'm rolling my destitute, trying not to spend it. But yeah, I'll spend a die from the lump sum.
Just be like,
Is it automatic or just roll?
At that point, I'll give it automatic, because then you'll have 3 dice and you need the 1, because you're going for just the passage.
Okay.
How about the others here? Gistaki and Dija will actually sell their services as buskers to get across.
I'm shocked.
Oh, I go with them and sell my service as a fortune teller.
Do you have that ability? The answer is...
Yeah.
You have to be well paid to sell your services expensively to rich customers.
What?
Yep.
Can't
Yeah,
you
it's a
sell
whole
it to the
different
cheap
thing.
passengers?
It's an expertise under fortune telling. You can be well paid.
I had no idea that was a thing.
That is a thing.
Well, Okay, well, good to know. Can I sell it to cheap ass people just to get a ride?
Right, like the sailors.
I would say that's a part of the bartering you would do after you failed with your wealth check.
Makes sense. You and your logic.
Yeah, I have some of that.
Okay. Well then, I guess I have a
roll 2
wealth
dice
of
for your
1.
wealth.
Isn't it 1?
2 dice.
No,
because
everyone
you're
starts at
poor,
2.
not
2.
destitute.
Yeah.
Okay, I will nominate Goat. Can you roll my dice, please? Can you roll 2 dice for me, please?
All right, 2 dice.
That works.
You're welcome.
You're gonna actually get passage without having to barter. However, if you want to barter, your wealth will not go down by a step if you succeed with the bartering.
Then that's a water roll?
Yes, it is. I would allow you, because you spoke about fortune telling, I would allow you to add a fate die for your fortune telling level. Just
She got 2 successes. Couldn't she get a cabin?
It's a trap.
Oh,
Don't
right now,
spend a fate die.
yes, you're correct. She can get a cabin, but it will lower her wealth down a step. So if she doesn't want to lower her wealth a step, she does have to barter.
I will choose to barter, but I will not spend the fate die.
Okay, roll 2 water then to barter.
I will have Goat roll again, please.
I rolled 2 successes. And so do you! I'm gonna be a nice GM and say that even though he had a 6, it goes to you. Your wealth's not going down. You have yourself a cabin, Eldrida, if you want it.
I have my own cabin. I am very excited, and I'm like, look, guys, I have my own cabin. It comes with a mattress. It's a straw mattress full of bed bugs, but it is a mattress. Okay,
it's not the ground.
Exciting.
You're like this every time this happens, Eldrida.
So now we have 2 cabins.
You're so stoned you can't remember the last time you had a cabin.
The rest of you have
I've never had a cabin. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you did.
We have 2 cabins, and the rest of you have passage on the ship. And I just want to finish up the session with a quick discussion about how you're spending the night in Melsa. Are we going to use a tavern here, or what?
Well,
I know one person who wanted to see the meat.
No, Sifanu said it's like Hoxo.
Shrug.
But I want to go.
And come back.
Afterwards, I'm taking y'all to Joy of the Meat.
Because again, to get a night in a dormitory, that's a single success needed on the wealth check. So, if you want to do that, or if you want to sleep in the streets, you can do that too. Lady Brythanni is like, no.
Suppose we can't be on the boat then, huh? Even though we just paid for the groups.
All right, you can, I guess.
All
Buskers will allow it. With having Deidre and Gistaki is good for busking, and they will entertain the seamen, the crew, for the night in exchange for you being able to sleep on the ship before it sails.
And I will encourage them like a good manager should.
Of course.
They're amazing. I tell Deidre, really how thankful Sifanu is for her presence here, even if he doesn't always let on. So, but she's been.
And with that, my friends, I would say that we've come to the end of today's session. You are now on Fateska 14th, though I will say, because I can, that since you're spending the night in Melsa, we will get to the morning of Fateska's 15th for reasons.
We almost had you, Mikhail.
Yes, I will be able to start the next round of the Game of Shadows. And that is when the ship will leave Melsa, and you will leave Partorna and head out for new adventures across the ocean to Safina. What might await you there? Not Trachorian guards? Surely? Okay, some Trachorian guards. Anyway, thank you all for listening, watching, tuning in, and thank you for playing, and we'll see each other in 2 weeks. Bye!
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.